Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everybody out there, YouTube land. This is Moz coming to you with another episode of Moz's Toy Box. Now I got the camera on, so that's great. And thank you all for being here. We got Christmas coming so close now, and I think we're going to have some fun. We're going to go over today. The primary topic is going to be utilizing snow in your toy photography. I think all of us here today are used to actually using fake snow, because I know in Georgia I rarely get real snow. And Pablo, I think, is in somewhere that doesn't get a lot of snow, and Mike might get snow. Yeah, so we're going to go over that. I think we got some great stuff lined up for you guys. Let's get everybody in here and say hello. And how you guys doing today?
What is going on? How's everybody doing?
All right.
Lou's coming in right in. He said he's making a cup of coffee, so that could be 5 minutes or 20 hours. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, dude. Did you guys have fun with the project? I know I was rushing. I was like, I want to make this diorama and like utilize it, and then yes, it was pretty stressful, but I had fun. Did you guys? I hope you guys had fun doing something.
I rushed the shot I just submitted. I didn't get to do the other shot I wanted to do with the mooses because I don't have the platform that I need.
Or is it Mises?
Maybe it is Mises. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna dispute it because I don't know.
I don't know either, but moose sounds odd.
It does actually.
It feels all odd.
But I didn't get to finish the little diorama base for me to be able to give the illusion that the moose is laying down on the ground.
All right. And Mike, I know you had a lot of fun. You actually you actually inspired this particular show because you did a video which I still have not watched because I was rushing this thing out on how you make your snow. So we're going to go over that today too.
Cool.
But we're going to go over everybody's processes for how they do snow, and not every snow has to be practical. I mean, obviously, but we're going to go over the stuff that's practical as well as special effects, whatever we use. Let's say hello to who's in the chat. Of course, Carlito is the first one today. I don't know where Noble Young is. I hope he's enjoying his holiday.
There they are.
Carlito, good evening. Good evening, Carlito. For those members that are watching, I promise you, I have Christmas stuff coming. That's going to be this month's pictures, as well as we're going to have like some giveaway stuff. So I do apologize. This month has just been just crazy. And then it got so late, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it for Christmas. So, that's where we have that. Casper's Corners is in the house today. He says, please don't hate me. I have a few pictures posted. And of course, we'll never hate you. Appreciate your support. But, we may have to skip a couple. If there's one in particular you want to make sure we get, though, let us know, because we will make room for that one. So, and of course, Ben across the pond. How you doing, Ben? It's great seeing you. Man, I miss having you on here, buddy. I miss having you on here. We should get you back sometime soon.
Yeah.
Carlito saying hi. Pablo's in the house, obviously.
Where?
I'm in the house. I don't know.
I don't see him. I don't see him.
Casper's, yeah. Let's see. Commander Green in the house, man. Please be careful driving home. The weather's going to get freaky this weekend. We got a huge cold front. I know in Georgia it's supposed to get like in the negatives, so that's crazy. We'll see what's going on with that, man. According to Casper's, it stays moose. There's no Mises, no mooses, no.
It's just moose.
I don't like that.
I guess it's like the word Lego. You can't really plural that make the word Lego plural. It's got to stay Lego no matter what.
Yeah, they still hurt no matter how many you step on.
Yep.
Riz Torrentino, how you doing, buddy? Good evening. Hit that like button. Yes, please, guys, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And of course, there's Ben again and Carlito. All right, rounding out everybody who spoke up. Mike, do you want to go over your shot first, or you want to wait till Lou gets here before we do that? What do you think? What's a good?
We can wait. It's up to you. It's your show, big man. Do it how you want to.
Man, don't give me that kind of power. I'll get power hungry. I'll go crazy. But you can't do that. Oh man, six scale Steve in the house. What's going on, buddy? What's going on? It's great seeing all you guys here. So let's before we start, let's go over some of these figures I just got, because these are new to a lot of people. Let's do that.
Sure.
That way we're not. That we get people.
Sounds good to me.
So this is just a warm up, guys, to get some more people in. Make sure nobody misses anything important. If you're watching this in rewind and you don't care about figures, just skip ahead to this marker here. I'm not going to put a marker.
What about this one?
That one right there.
About this one?
That one right there.
No, this one.
That one.
No, yeah. Wait. So, you guys have seen this one before, but I finally got this guy. This is the last Ronin.
That's a good one, man. I need to photograph him.
I haven't photographed him yet, but I had a fun time trying to put his weapons on because on the box cover, his weapons are slung over the other shoulder. And of course, all the other pictures in the back, they're slung over this shoulder. So
Yeah.
I was trying to emulate this and got that. I was very sad that I didn't get this.
In different panels in the comic book, he has them on different sides.
Consistency,
So-
people. That's all we ask. That's all we ask. Right, yo, Adrian. Finally got Michael. If you don't know, it's Mikey.
Do you have the other one?
No, I'm still waiting on it. They ordered me both at my local comic shop, but
I got lucky that I found both at Walmart.
yeah, you know where I work. I just don't go anymore because I'm like most of the stuff I need is here now.
True. Well, I'm not sure when Target's gonna get them, but eventually they're supposed to be getting them.
My Target has, you know how I told you the NECA guy finally came and they went through like,
Oh yeah. Mhm.
oh, we got another 10 or 12 boxes that they haven't gone through. So who knows?
But all I know is that Walmart was gonna get them first, and then they were gonna trickle to Target.
Yeah, this guy though, the three of us have this guy.
Yes.
This guy was, if you slept on this guy, you missed out. This is the Mezco Theodore Sodcutter. I can speak. I got mine kind of dragging his pickaxe, which is how he's in my shot. He's like just kind of dragging it. I want him in more of a lumbering pose here. So this is the pose he was for the shot that I did with him. Actually, he's in both shots that I posted today. But
Yeah, he's
this
fantastic.
guy is fantastic. He's got light up eyes, but I'm not rocking that. I just, batteries.
Yeah.
No problem.
Mhm.
Just so the light up eyes you see in the picture of just this guy, that's Photoshop. So. But yeah, he's.
Did you tape his hat on, Moz?
No, it's on there. It's just on there.
My hats don't stay on.
Yeah, you have to put a little pressure on them. The hats are form cut to fit the head and the hair. Like they are form cut, and you just have to put a slight pressure because mine didn't fall off either on the shot. I did too.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm the only dope then because I had his
It's
hat
because
resting
you're
on
scared. It's okay. I was scared too. I was like, this one, like, it's just too fragile, man. I don't want to. Oh, there's the alien.
This is the Mezco alien. He just came in. I haven't seen anybody else post this guy yet, but I haven't gone looking either. So, this guy is really cool. His body is fully rubberized, with the exception of his carapace here, and his head, and his hands, and his feet. But his legs and arms are all rubberized.
How does it feel?
It feels like you need to put this stuff on it.
Okay.
If you don't want it to crack and break over time, it feels like rubber. So it poses pretty well though. But if you get a figure that's rubberized like this, I always suggest, and shout out to local Lou who turned me on to this. And of course, I think he learned this from somebody else. But this is Shinisu grease. This is put out by Honda. It's a silicone grease, and it keeps this material. I'm pointing down at him, but he's not in the camera shot. Keeps this material nice and moist, so it doesn't
dry up and crack.
Rot. So I put that on there as soon as I touched him. I was like, "Ooh, he's very rubbery," because my Hot Toys aliens are all the same material too, and that's what you want to use on those.
So I'm assuming that that's what the '89 Batman's gonna be like.
That's what you were telling me. So that's why I was making sure that you guys are aware. And of course, here's his eggs. You guys saw Constantine last week, so I don't need to pull him down. But,
yeah.
Here's the eggs. I mean, look how much better these look than the NECA, man.
Yeah.
Man. And it's got a really good fit that goes in this one. That's like just kind of it's posed so well that it sits right here and it just looks like it's creeping out. It's really awesome.
Nice.
So
super cool.
I went with it.
Super cool.
Yeah, this is the diorama I built. So
yeah, good job on it.
Thank you. All right, well, we didn't really gain or lose people, so let's just get on to it. I'm going to start with mine because I made the video, so we got the process here, and then I guess if you guys want to come in with yours, and then we'll go on to the other viewers and stuff. So, Mike, you turned me on to thinking about doing snow stuff. because I mean I hadn't shot with snow because it's a pain in the ass to shoot with snow. Pardon my French, but it's very messy. It's a messy process, particularly the snow that I use, and probably the same for you, because you said you use like a styrofoam, so I'm sure it gets everywhere. Bennikin says he's still waiting for his pro. Oh, you have them already, and you work at man. See, I know that mine are sitting in those boxes I can't go into. Don't get me started, Adrian. Damn you. So something beat. Oh, 1-6 shooter. Hopefully he's coming in. He just retweeted the story, I think.
Oh, that's
Or not retweet it, repost it. Yeah.
repost it.
So we'll give him a minute before we start. Wait, is a private chat? Where is this private chat? Oh, is this your video, Mike?
Yeah, I'm just sending you a link to the behind the scenes for that. It's a 2-minute video.
Oh, okay. Let me pull that up here.
Everybody wants to watch it. I just posted it right now.
Yeah. Let me. I'm gonna share it through here if you're okay. We'll start.
Yeah,
with
go
you,
ahead.
I guess. We'll
That's
do
fine.
that. Yeah. No, remove that. Come on, remove.
And I uploaded that as we were speaking.
Nice.
It's such a ninja.
Yeah.
See, 6 Scale Steve, does it stay greasy after it's applied or does it get absorbed? You probably want to reapply that stuff about once a year or so. Just feel it. You know, if it's starting to feel like it's drying out at all, reapply some. You barely need any to put some on. I mean, I literally just dabbed like on my finger like 4 times for each limb. Just rubbed it all over. Just gave him a good massage. Rubbed it in there good.
It looked really nice. That thing looks really black.
Well, he
really
was pretty
nice.
shiny already. The grease didn't really make him shinier. He was already pretty shiny. So
Looks good.
let me get this here. So, Mike, you said you this is your behind the scenes. Let me make this full screen so it doesn't have all that stuff. There we go.
Nice.
And I'm gonna turn the music off. I don't want any copyright stuff there. And,
No, there's no music
so
on.
you're probably gonna get a notice at some point that I use your video. Just okay that.
Just say I didn't give this guy permission.
There's no music on there.
Yeah, but yeah. So this is your theater side cutter, and this is a good way you guys can see like really close up how awesome he is. I mean, this is a phenomenal picture. And might I say before we start the video, Mike, what I love about this is, you don't have like a deep snow there. There's Trevor. Hey, Trevor, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, Trevor?
What's happening?
Not a whole lot.
Snow day.
What's going on, Mr. Mom Collectibles? Yeah, we're doing the snow today. I hope. Do you have anything for the snow day?
I can probably pull up some background shots. Yeah,
rock on. This one's Mike's. You probably saw him post this, but he just uploaded a quick video for behind
Actually,
the scenes.
I didn't see this. This looks great.
This is the theater sod cutter, man. All 3 of us got this guy. This guy's phenomenal.
Yeah, man.
Did you get to? Yeah, I was about to say yeah. I thought it was having.
Hey,
yeah, but did you get
don't
to
have
mezit?
No, I didn't.
I know you didn't.
Did I get the what?
The Mizit? Did you get the Mizit that came with it?
No.
Not everybody got one.
Yeah, he's in there. Yeah, Mike didn't get that.
No,
Oh, you got to
come with a mezit though. It came with a pin.
Oh,
mine.
Yeah,
is that all they came with? They didn't come with the Mezit pack inside?
Oh no, you know what? I do. Have
Okay, all right. Yeah, I was like,
which one? I bet that's the Green Army Man one, not the.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, it depends. What stickers did you get with it?
What does that mean? That determines which one you get?
I think so. If you have the Craig. Okay, no, then yeah, you have the Army Man. Because I think if you get the Craig and the Gomez head, I believe that comes with the little black skull.
Wow, that's like seems way
Black
too
Skull's
organized
got a
for Mezco.
removable bowler hat that he wears too.
Yeah, and he comes with 2 little shotguns. Because everybody that I've seen that got that little black skull, nice. All had the same stickers.
Got Echo finally.
Ooh, nice.
There you go, man.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I got the Mezco Alien. That's all I got new.
Let me look for some snow shots here. I think I have some behind the scenes snow shots.
Oh, we were talking about Mike. So while you're looking for that,
Yeah, that's a great shot, man.
Mm-hmm.
So Mike, what I was about to say before Trevor came in,
really
what I
nice.
love is how you get the snow mixed in with the mulch stuff that you're using. So it looks like it's not like heavy. I mean, it's just started snowing. It's like
I like that
I
look.
love that look. It looks so natural and like not forced at all. It looks like he's literally in his own scale in a real snow scene, and I love how that came out. Now your flurries though, these are all CG, right? Or Photoshop, right? The flurries are.
Yeah, the falling snow is in post. Yes.
But not the snow on his body. Like
Not the snow on his body or on the ground or on the lantern or anywhere else. Just the
Okay.
falling snow.
okay,
That's the way to do it.
yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome. And of course, Mike, you make this wheelbarrow. You sell it on your Etsy or whatever your
Yeah.
website, which you
Yeah.
guys can find the link down below. For
Yeah,
Mike.
it's cool.
Let's hit play and see what else we got here. This is more behind the scenes. And Mike, if you want us to Paul at any point, just let me know. We'll talk about a specific thing.
It should be. Is there audio on there?
I turned it off so that I don't get copyrighted.
No problem. Yeah, I'll just go over with you what I'm doing if you want. So since there's no audio showing.
Yeah,
Or
if
no
you want
audio.
me, if you all right. Just
Oh, I was just going to ask about. Did you double up that light, or is that the only light? In the
No,
scene?
what I did was I used his lights, but they're not big enough to cause any real glow on the scene. So
Oh yeah.
camera right. I used a lume cube with a color temp gel to match his lantern, and I bounced
Yep.
it back on the scene.
Yep.
And that's what's on the right there. Is a lume cube, and then the panel on the left is just another bounce to fill orange back in on his right side camera left. So I got all that yellow out of there that I could.
And of course, you got a flash too somewhere, right? Where's that flash at?
Yeah. There's a blue overhead flash. It's on a grid,
Okay.
and that's not touching sod cutter at all. It's just for the background to create that other color temp to give a little interest to the background.
Okay,
Give a
yeah.
little
There
tip.
it is. There it is. Nice.
Yeah.
I love that stone wall.
He
And I
said he
built
used
that-
it, and this is the first time he's used it.
I made that like 2 years ago.
That's because we were talking about. You were like, I think I'm gonna get rid of it. I was like, don't get rid of it, Mike. Just keep it.
Yeah.
Something's gonna come up that you're gonna use it.
It looks
I know.
fantastic, dude.
What's that?
I said it looks fantastic. Maybe the stonework could use a little bit more texture, but
I think it's really good, man.
Mhm.
especially in your photo, I mean, you can't. Yeah, I mean, so what is this mulch stuff you're using? Is this you get from the
I'll tell you what, I don't have dirt. And I have some mulch that I use that I blend up to make it look smaller, but I didn't do that in this case because it was going to be covered with a little bit of snow. So that's just a mulch from Home Depot.
Okay, yeah, it turned out really well in the shot.
Mhm.
I gotta say that. Even though when you're looking at it here, it looks a little bit out of scale, but not too bad either. It looks like a lot of leaves behind it more than mulch when you're looking at it, which is great. And of course, I love the use of your twigs that you use for trees.
And those are hot glued at the base. I turn them upside down and hot glue them so the hot glue runs back down toward the tip, and then I paint it brown just to give it a little texture with the hot glue.
Ah,
Here I'm gonna I've got the camera, you can see the red light flashing on the timer. Then I'm gonna blow a little fog in the back, just a little puff, and then that's really it. That's the shot with a little bit of post. I bring the glow out really nice on the lantern, and that's it. I mean, it's just 2 lights and some bounce cards.
see, you ended up a lot better with me than me on the lighting because, like I said, I cranked up my ISO to catch the snow flurries because those are all practical. And
And GoPro doesn't show the back of that camera very good at all. It sucks. So sorry about that, but
well, no problems. That's awesome, Mike. That is
Yeah.
phenomenal. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's pop back here real quick. So, I guess, do you want to go over yours, Pablo or Trevor?
We can. I mean, it's not a great shot. I'm not extremely happy with it. It's okay. I rushed it, but I wanted to have something with some snow in it, so it's on there. Because I've done another shot with snow, but it's an old shot. That's the one with my Krampus. But I didn't want to have to go over that shot again.
So this is the shot that you're talking about here.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Oh.
I think we all used Theodore in our snow shots that we did today. And even the one that I did with Constantine, it still has Theodore in it. So.
I really wanted to use those demon babies, but I only put one in there.
Oh, is that the ones? Did you buy that with Theodore? Or is it the ones that?
No, no.
Oh, that's the. What are those?
They're called well, they translate to dark trolls, but they're little trolls from Filipino folklore.
Okay.
Loose Collector is the one that makes them.
All right. Well, let's make this bigger here and go ahead and do we have any? Nope.
No, I didn't. No, I just I did this shot like 30 minutes before we went on. So,
I see you got a blue light somewhere in the background. I see it casting really good on here and a little bit on his side here and here.
and a
So
little bit on the stone. Yep.
camera left, just going straight across, more towards his backside though, but straight across.
It's more at a 45-degree angle.
Okay, so yeah, more like that.
Yeah.
All right, and then what's lighting up this tombstone? Is it just the lantern, or did you have to cast some extra light like Mike was talking about?
I actually did that in post with
Okay.
Photoshop. I just I did the color match, or I got the eyedropper tool to match the color
Oh,
off
I
the
like
lantern,
this.
and then I painted it on there, and then I did the overlay, and it kind of blend. It made it look like the cast from the lantern.
Turned out really well, man. It turned out really
Yeah, I
well.
like it.
Yeah,
The
Thank
only
good.
place where it has a little bit of problem is in the snow. It almost looks like somebody peed there with some like.
Yeah, and
What are you gonna do?
but some of the color had to spill on that white snow, so I was like,
Oh no,
well,
no, it did. It just. I'm getting the whole somebody don't eat that snow. Is it? This one.
yeah.
But Theodore came out really great. And what are you using that LED moon thing that we're
Yeah.
talking about?
Mhm.
Nice.
Yep.
Local Lou in the house. What's going on, buddy?
Lou.
Dude, you must be really cold already. You get the hat, you get the flannel.
I'm in the garage, bro. This is where I stream from, and there's no heating in the garage.
Damn, son. Well, thank you for being a trooper, man, and being with us. I appreciate it.
No problem, man.
Do you have a snow shot today or no?
A snow shot? No, I did that one last week.
Oh, all right.
Oh, that's
did
right.
that one
Yeah,
last
the
week.
rooftop with Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get to do any shots except for one, and that's with this new setup, and it wasn't nothing fancy. It was just Leo crouching down. Red
Nice.
Talented Tino, my God, what's poppin'?
Yeah,
Happy
that's pretty
holidays,
crazy, man.
everybody.
Yes, happy holidays.
Yes,
Oh,
happy
no.
holidays. Happy holidays. Oh yeah. I don't have a
His arm
coffee.
got broke.
That sucks. So this is the moon you get at Walmart. And did you add anything to bring out the texture? Because I noticed the textures don't really pop out that well in that moon.
No, I didn't. I didn't add anything to it other than I just adjusted the color balance, and then I painted the light on the tombstone, and then on his hands, to get that cast from the lantern. That's all I did.
So this moon is self-lit. You didn't have to.
Right, it's self-lit.
I couldn't get that color out of mine. I had to literally rip the guts out and put a liquid in it because I was getting for white, I was getting more of a bluish.
Well, this one I didn't.
yellow,
This is not the one I got from Walmart though. This one I did order through Amazon. This was before they started showing up at Walmart.
Gotcha. So the Walmart ones just suck, guys. Just Now, what are you using for the snow down here? What are you using? As material?
So that snow is that stuff that you can buy at Walmart during this time for those little doll or those little, what do they call, for the scenery stuff that you can put at your house.
Mm-hmm.
They have a little bag of snow. It's more like little crystal flakes, and that's what I used for this.
How messy is it? I mean, what kind of process?
I wouldn't have a fan on in the room.
Okay.
Oh my God!
Does it just get
'Cause
everywhere, or is it like
It gets everywhere. Look, it's not static cling, so I don't have to worry about it like clinging to things. But if any breeze of any kind, yeah, it's gonna get everywhere. So
this like the stuff I'm using then.
yeah.
Well, that's fun. That's fun. But thank you for sharing this with us. Is there anything else you want to point out with this one?
No, it's pretty much like I said. It was pretty. I rushed it because, like I said, I did it 30 minutes before we got on.
Well, it's not bad for being rushed, man. I really like.
Thanks.
I can.
I don't
forgive you
get
for
that
the
kind
food.
of compliment, Maz.
We haven't gotten to you yet. We haven't gotten to you yet. Trevor, did you dig up one?
I dug up a couple. Let me see if I can share here. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm zoomed in. That's what the problem is. All right, let me see.
Wait, you want to be zoomed in? There you go.
No.
No.
All right, so this one has there's a couple that I have behind the scenes for. That's the only reason I'm bringing these up. They're a little bit older, but
There we have a stream. There we go.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna make this big.
Oh
like
yeah.
that. Oh, that doesn't do anything. Nope. Let's just stay where we were.
I can zoom in. I think.
Okay.
Can I zoom? Yeah, I can zoom in. I wish I could make it wider. Maybe I can. Hang on a second.
That's what she said.
I
know, right?
In there.
There you
That's how I got
go.
it in.
All right.
This is a
gorgeous.
So,
right?
So I'll show you the behind the scenes for this. This is a video. I have to switch over to another screen, unfortunately. So let me stop
your time.
that and present this. And I have to open that. Where the hell is it? There it is. Movie. Okay, so let me open this up a little bit.
Really blown up.
That's beautiful right there.
So,
Tom, how you doing, Tom?
What's going on?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
NY Rebel.
Sorry, I'm gonna just move that for a minute while he goes over this video. I don't want it to be in the way.
So this is how I have this little stuff. It's like vase filler. You know what I mean? Like you know how you do those little, like, you put a little crystal in there and then you put a little snow or a little sand or a little colored like blue shit. You know what I mean? I think it's all the same stuff. They just color it differently. But this is white. Yeah. And on top of a felt base, like a white felt base, I find it works like really, really well. Although, Pablo, I just bought that like scenery sand, and I really am kind of digging that too.
It works pretty good. It's pretty decent. It's not bad.
It's pretty nice. This stuff stays in place a little bit more. It's not as like if you want to like wave some fog. I found that stuff kind of flowing around a little bit. And this like has some weight to it. And it also, you can put footprints in it and stuff, so it actually has.
Oh, nice! See, that's cool.
Yeah.
Here's your process for getting footprints in it, because I've tried to get that kind of thing with the stuff I got, and maybe it's just the stuff I got. You could technically do it, but it's so light that like any misstep with it, it just kind of gets all messed up.
That's what I mean. This stuff is a little heavier. It's almost like sand, but it's fine and it's white and it's crystally. So you can press the feet down or whatever you want, and it's gonna keep that shape. Like it'll keep a shape.
Nice.
Sometimes on top of the figures, I'll use this model railroad snow. That's meant to be like used for models, and like you literally like glue it to it and then spray some water on top of it, and it creates a look. But I don't spray water on it, obviously. I don't want it permanently on the figure, but it does. You do have to end up, if you use like a 1/6 figure, you're probably not going to want to use it on that because you have to vacuum it up. It doesn't come off very easily, but it's great for sitting on the shoulders because this stuff doesn't. It just doesn't, like it falls off like sand.
Yeah,
so that stuff's like real fine, but not like to the point of being like flour, which I fucking hate. I tried that once in my life, and I'll never.
Yeah, same here. Because I saw Sergeant Bananas. I saw Johnny do it, so I was like, "Oh, I'll try it out," and I hated doing it.
Yeah, because horrible.
Flour can stain the clothes too if you don't get it off properly. It will wipe into the clothes. So
you can see how this it really reads as snow. You know? It's really awesome. Really good stuff. Crystally, I mean, I think flour works is like more like settled snow, like dirty snow. This is more of a fresh look or whatever, but that's usually what I'm going for anyway. I'm not doing any kind of realistic, like, tires in the streets and stuff like that, so that's kind of my method right there.
Dude,
I'm actually in the process of building little structures like that, which you used in that shot right now. I'm building some up right now because there's a few shots that I want to do for somebody, and I need to build some like just ruins and like missing walls from from a little column. So like I started like cutting foam. Like I have a box right now full of little bricks that I've cut out so far. It's just taking a long time.
Okay, well, I got 2 shots. I'm sorry, Trevor. Do you got more?
Yeah, I got one more. Just to
go right ahead.
So this is an older shot, but
this
is kind of like Mike's with the. I really love the look of this. Is just like a little bit of snow on top of the grass because it looks like fresh snow. It just, I don't know. It makes it look really like real. It just looks like more like real snow. And this is
a good shot.
Where'd you get that buzzard, that crow from, or whatever, man? That's awesome.
So I had this all set up, man, and I was ready to go. And I'm like, you know what? I really want like a little bird eating part of this trooper. And I went to every craft store I could find, and it was around Christmas time. So found this little. Actually, no, it was like Halloween. So I found this little crow on like a stack of books, and I just broke it off the books and
nice.
Piece of tissue paper that I soaked in like red dye, and it. And this is the behind the scenes. If you want to see the behind the scenes, I can show you that real quick.
That's cool. Yeah, sometimes you have to do that. You have to look for little things like that and just break them off.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, there was no other way. So, I mean, this is real quick and dirty, but
That's
What you
some
got,
nice
like
grass
six of
too,
them?
man. Here I was
Yeah,
all proud
that-
of my grass, but that's some pretty nice stuff there too.
This is just a moss mat. You can get these at Michael's or
Okay.
Joann's or something like that. Yeah, it
Okay,
works
looking at
really
that.
well. It's what I have for everything that I do pretty much on grass. I found
like
a new
my-
one, but I don't like it as much. It's very it sheds all over the place. But
Yeah, I got that shinier one that I use, and that's the problem is it's kind of shiny. So it looks great if you want it to look kind of wet, but it's kind of got a
Yeah.
shiny sheen to it. So if you want dry, then that's
right,
not-
right, exactly. Yeah, the
Um,
moss mat. The moss mat it doesn't look like grass, but if you're doing forest ground cover,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, it looks like a field, like a matted field. It doesn't have that fresh grass feel to it, though.
I'm definitely gonna have to go with that. And also, what I want tangent real quick is one thing I do want to build is like a hilltop of some sort, like just a nice grassy hilltop. Because I mean, there was so
Mhm.
many times I want to do like the cemetery shot that I'm thinking of. I'm like, I'd love to have some tombstones going up, not just flat. And I just the mats aren't really conducive to going.
I know.
And getting that roundedness.
You know,
it's
You know,
really
you know what you might try though, and this is what I did. Like, I won't bring it up because I don't want to try and share something else. But like, there's a shot I did with Father Christmas and the Moose, and all the Father Christmas outside shots I did in the set. But the felt is just a thin piece of material, right? And I just took cotton stuffing and put it, underneath it in places, and it kind of forms pretty well. And then if you pour a little of the snow on it, it kind of like settles it onto the shape. So maybe if you took your grass that you have in the foreground and went and got some green felt that maybe matched it and did that, you could get it to sit. Because I know you're talking about those mats don't sit well.
Yeah.
I've done it with the moss mat, and you can kind of get a little hill out of it. But you got to really get the edges out of camera because they don't sit well. But,
Yeah.
if it's out of focus in the background, it probably doesn't matter, and you could probably get away with like some green felt or something like that.
I'm thinking I'm gonna have to like cut one apart and like actually just make a hill, and that's my hill, and I'll use it whenever I need a hill.
Or
Because
that
you're gonna need to cut it to get those angles out of it from where it doesn't come over there.
Have you ever? It's an investment because I know the gun is expensive, but they do have that it's more for model railroads, but it's the static gun for the grass that you can
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
pour glue all over, like carve something out of foam, pour glue all over it, and then just use that mat and just go around and create like a hill of grass. It looks incredible.
Yeah.
A lot of work, but it works.
And all right, well, that is awesome, dude. Let's say hi to some of the people that just popped in. Don Prime, who's here, of course, and Dead Man Juan. What's going on, man? But yeah, Don has a special hello to Lou.
What up? What up? Yeah, listen. Don't get jelly. Okay.
Of that hat.
Of the hat.
I'm having some Fargo vibes right now. Yeah.
I know, right?
Listen. Don't get mad because I got a hat and a figure that has a hat that matches me. Okay.
Nice. Look at there.
right.
Hey, there you go.
Dude, there you are.
You look like you just ran somebody through a wood chipper, Lou.
We don't talk about Bruno. Bruno's in the fire right now.
Let me bring out the bigger version of this so I can control it. Because not that I really want to get any closer to it, because I'm very not happy with the ISO I had to settle on for that.
You're never happy, Maj.
So this
Nice.
is the snow shot. Now this snow is practical. This is all real. Like even the flurries is all in the camera. And I found out a way to get this, but I didn't replicate it in the next shot. To get this blow here is actually I had my hazer blowing, and it creates just a gentle enough little breeze that snow just looked like it was coming at an angle, which was really great. Because in the next shot I didn't have it on because I was trying to clean up, and I was like, let me just take one more shot. But there's Theodore back there. He's dragging his pickaxe. This is all snow. I mean, this stuff just accumulates as you try to get these shots, man. But what I'm using for this snow is I got this on Amazon. I think it was like $10 for a bag, and I haven't even gone through the first bag yet. Let me get me on the shot here. Here we go. So this stuff here, I got some in a little thing here. I can show you how it works. But I use
That's
this
probably
to
the
get it
same
around.
stuff. Yeah.
Little $2-3 zipper there. And I keep the open bag here. As you see, it's a lot in that bag.
Jesus.
This is just one bag,
Oh my God, Maj.
You bought two of them?
Yeah, but look at that.
Oh, that looks pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That looks a lot better than the stuff I got at Walmart. You got to share a link to that.
Yeah, I like that. I like the look of that.
But I mean, Michael's got something very similar. He's grinding up his own. But this isn't like styrofoam, so it's not staticky. And of course, it sticks as you see. Let me go back to this. As you see, it's sticking to the figures. Like there's a little bit sitting on John there. Look at all that grain. Ugh.
Okay.
ISO is too high.
I was going to ask what your settings were for this to capture this. 'cause
Settings on
it's-
this one, the ISO was at, let's see, I was at 250 a second. That's how I get but the ISO is at 8,000.
Wow.
I did the best I could, man. I need a big light like you got to help light up the scene because I got these little lights trying to do all that work at that kind of ISO or that kind of shutter speed.
Yeah.
In order to get this kind of, these kind of snowflakes. Don, thank you so much for the Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Thank you so much for the super chat.
Nice.
Very,
nice.
very appreciative, sir. Dude, that is awesome of you. I wish I could just like pin that somewhere. Like, that's awesome. Actually, it's not in the way right now. So, thank you so much. But yeah, if you look at it, man, he's just all kinds of.
Yeah.
Now, Mike, you were telling me about something called topaz that I can use to get a lot of this grain out.
Well, yeah, but topaz though it's used. I use it in wildlife photography, and you can use it in your studio shots too. It's just not typically used in studio because you can control the grain so much with low ISOs and lights. But in this case, I would definitely try topaz. It's a great noise softener, noise reduction software.
Okay. Well, let me go to the reel here for the behind.
You
the
lose
scenes.
some detail, but it's minimal.
Yeah. It's minimal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move this other way. I'm sorry, Don. So as you see, I built this diorama that I'm using, and this is just the start of it is just some of the progress of the building. I took a page out of Mike's book. I cut one of those 2x2s in half, and so this is a foot tall thereabouts. But this is a half-inch piece and not an inch wide piece. So. Which I really like the size, but you have to buy like the full huge sheet of it.
Yep.
That. So, I just already had that sheet. So here I'm using egg carton for the stone textures here. And of course we'll see it all painted here in a second. There's the first, that's just a base coat. I kept putting John playing with where I'm going to put him in the shot, which he didn't end up there at all, but that's, that's okay. And then there's the first coat of paint. This is not in the photography part, but let's move on ahead. There's my door. It's not quite the right size. I'm a little mad about that. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. OCD. All right. Here's the final paint
Sounds
job.
good.
R3 Toys, he says, for high ISO photos like that, you can try taking 5 to 10 of them, opening in Photoshop and stacking layers. Then you combine as a smart object and go to layer, smart object, stack mode, and choose median. Okay.
That's one way, but yeah, it is.
The only problem is you have falling snow, so it's not really going to work with.
Yeah.
That's a great process,
variable.
though, that median texture. Yeah, but you've got some falling stuff in there too.
Yeah, in this whole BTS, you don't see the snowfall because I didn't have enough hands to do that and do everything else. But yeah, here's just some process of this, and then with the sidewalk, I was talking to Pablo, I think last night, is I have this grate here I use for some of my sci-fi shots that I printed a while ago. I only have 4 of those, and I was like, let's make a grate in the street, and I can actually blow smoke through it. It just didn't come out quite right, so I didn't use it. But there's a grate there in the street. Or in the,
Nice.
Then we're going to the actual shot. I'm using the Spider-Man game yet again. This is the Miles Morales one because it's got a lot of snow weather already going on in it. So there's the little mezit I was telling you about. There. There's Theodore back there, and this is what the snow looks like on the ground.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. You just got to really watch out. But the reason why I got such a nice cast on, this whole movement in the snow was because the haze machine was blowing, and I think what I need to do is buy like one of those little handheld fans or like something equally powerful, like the battery operated slow fan. And if I would do the snow again, just kind of set that up somewhere and let that go.
Yeah.
But, no, I didn't do a reel for this one, but this is my other shot, and this is without the blowing. And this one, I was able to shoot at a higher speed. It's still, got a little bit. It's not ISO 8000 more. I didn't change that. I'm done. Let's go here. This is ISO 1000. But look how this is just it falling. I didn't have to place this on here.
Mhm.
It just it kind of builds up on them. So of course, as you're shooting with this stuff, trying to get the right thing, you have to clean them off a bit because it will pile up. We'll get a big pile on them. But
is it crushable? Like, is it like, can you break it
Does
down
it
anymore, or
collapse?
not really?
no, I mean it's little pieces of plastic, like almost like plastic wrap.
Oh,
pieces.
interesting, interesting.
So, but yeah, this is what it look. This is all like in camera snow here. Even the falling snow is all in camera. There's no. The only thing I added in post was I lit up his eyes, and even though he's got batteries, I hear they just don't really work that well. And I added a little bit more fog because I didn't have in the shot that I wanted to use with the snow. I didn't have the right fog. You know how that is. You get multiple elements trying to work, and you're like, ah, I'm one person. I can't do it all. So I
No,
added,
and then if you would have blown some fog in there, or with your vape, you would have blown that snow.
well, I was able to do that. I just wasn't hitting the right combination because it's really hard to get a good layer, even with this thing. I'm holding this. Even with something like this, it's really hard to get a good run of snow across a whole scene, because you got the shutter running, but you got snow behind the figure,
Right.
maybe in front of the figure, and it's like all bunched up in front of the figure, and there's a happy spot you got to get, and it's going to require a lot of shots. But yeah, this is
why I don't do practical weather.
well for this particular.
It does have a good look. There's something to it. I think with the, I like it. I mean, I wish I had the time, and it's the noise is like lighting a scene, over brightening it, to be able to do this, to get a fast speed and not have to jump up your ISO, which like R3 Toy says, I don't even mind the noise at the Instagram file size. That's absolutely true. This looks great here. It's when you want to like try and print something for some reason that it starts to be an issue. So I think that Pablo, I think you said you were watching Johnny Sergeant Bananas do something too, and I'm like, I was watching it, and I'm like, he's doing like the stormtroopers in the snow, and I'm like, his ISO must be super high, man, because the lighting was not super bright.
Right, it wasn't super bright. Yeah,
I don't
at least not in that.
Ambient. Yeah, I don't.
At
know
least
if he
not
had
in that
ambient
video.
lighting. No, that was the one that was on.
I forget the guy that works with Adam Savage. I forget his name.
Tested.
Yeah, tested. There you go. Yeah, it was that one.
Yeah. And I've never talked to him about it. I never asked him about it. I've got to ask him about it next time I see him. Like,
he probably just didn't have that light on for the video footage because it was over brightening everything or something. I don't know.
It's possible.
That's possible.
Yeah.
He shoots outside a lot too, so I don't know. Maybe it was out. That wasn't outside, but maybe stuff he did was. I don't know. But it's tricky, man. It's a tricky thing to deal with.
Yeah, it certainly is. It certainly is. Let's see. We got some comments here.
This looks good.
Got you. Thanks. Okay. Hold on. R3 said, use one with the snow to paint in. Stacking them will remove all snow. So he's referring back to the stacking. All right. Don Prime suggests using sugar as a poor man's snow substitute. The problem with sugar and things like that, sugar and flour and it'll stick to the figures, especially
if it gets into the joints, forget it. Yeah.
So it's really, if you're not going to put it on them clothes, if you want to use it as just a ground lay, that's one thing. But
and you don't want to get any of that shit near your camera either.
No.
Yeah, I think if you want to go a route, try what is it called? Freaking, it's not oatmeal, grits.
Oh yeah,
dry grits. Dry grits will work because it's not sticky or anything like that. When you're messing with it, won't dissolve like that. It takes time for it to actually absorb. So
I've seen people use salt. That's another one that's like crazy too for me. I was like, man, it's like that's
potato flakes.
Unless I have a shot of tequila with me, no, I don't want no salt next to me.
So R3 was saying, I don't even mind the noise at the Instagram file size. Couple that with the lighting, and it looks like an '80s movie screen grab, which is actually, I wasn't gonna letterbox this, but that's kind of the reason why I did it. I was like, I got to make this grain work for me a little bit or something. Just kind of give it that something. So I threw it in the letterbox for that because, trust me, I didn't want to cut my Mezit. I was pretty happy about him. Cut his legs off. I knew Mike was going to kill me about his legs being gone. Stuff like that. So But
Don't
yeah,
cut off any limbs with mics.
and I cut off the top of John's head. There was no way I could get around it because I was like, the letterbox is helping to sell that graininess a little bit better. You know, just kind of like it's being captured from like somebody watching a movie on their TV. Not even like captured from the movie, but like somebody snapped a picture of the TV screen or something.
Mhm.
Nice. My red Krampus just arrived. Sweet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I gotta pay that in full.
Norm, let's
Friday,
see.
my moose comes.
Oh, from Tessie. Yeah, I don't
Nice.
know what that guy's name is, Don. 60 Steve says, is that the trade with the fast shutter speed, upping your ISO? Amateur photographer question. Sorry. It's one of your, you have 3 different trade-offs you can make. If you need to make your shutter speed, you got, 2 other trade-offs. You can either bring down your aperture, which in that case, you wouldn't have seen Theodore at all. He'd just been like part of that background, just blah. And that probably still wouldn't have been quite enough. I'd still have to pump up the ISO a little bit. It wouldn't be able to sit at 100 where we all like it to be. You know, so you have that, and then you also have the trade-off with your ISO. You either, so you know, you get your shutter speed all the way up. You get those other 2 things you can play with to try to balance it out. And the key is to find a happy middle where they all meet and don't give you that grainy picture. There, unfortunately for me, there was no happy middle because the shot I set up was kind of impossible to do with what I had.
Or you brighten your scene up too.
But I didn't have light to do that. I had,
yeah,
you know, a handful of lights, but none of them were like bright without causing harsh.
Well, yeah, if you don't have it, yeah.
I didn't. I
you
didn't
can
want to
do
do a
that.
harsh light on the plastic, is why I didn't blow it. I mean, I could have moved them in closer, but it would have been like hard lines, and it wouldn't have looked nice. It wouldn't have
Whoa.
what I want.
Or
Lou, do you have something to
shoot with
share with
flash.
us today? Yeah,
I didn't take any winter shots, man. I only did one. I don't know if it's on my Instagram right now. I'm like super duper drained and tired. Work kicked my butt. I'm telling you right now. But
I feel you, man. I feel you. Let's see. Don says powder sugar is what low budget films use, but baking soda. Yeah, but see, low budget films can sit there and throw the clothes in the washer and stuff. And
They got people. They got people to take care of all that shit.
Yeah, they can get it back and get the stuff off, and there's no joints to hinder. There are no clothes that are just going to be stuck there with that.
You know, that would be a good business venture for someone to open up a business for you to send in your soft good figures to get them cleaned and then ship them back.
yeah, but what if it had its own natural weathering and then you wash it out?
Well, then then that
wash out the weathering, then you screwed.
Yeah, this is true.
So Tom was saying, I think lower in the aperture. See, this is the one here. I couldn't on this one. The reason why I got such a lower ISO on it is still grainy, but it's because I did lower the aperture.
Mhm.
But on this one here, I mean, 5.6 was as low as I could go to keep him in any kind of focus. He would have just become part of
that. Yeah.
So, you know, again, the trade-off was I had to pump up the ISO beyond what was comfortable, but. Or I could have slowed down the shutter, but then I would have had really weird looking snow. It would look like it would look more like rain. It would have been streakier, way streakier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 250 seems to be about the slowest I can shoot and have like a semblance of snow. Weird. See, like this one here, see how long that piece is getting and how long this piece is getting?
Yeah.
Anything slower than that, this is going to be too long and it's not going to look right. So
it's going to look like rain rather than snow.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess we could I have never stacked anything properly. Like, I don't even know how to do it. I've watched videos on it, but I've forgotten how to do it because I don't do it.
Stacking is tougher though when you have lots of moving parts like fog or you have falling snow like this.
Yeah, I don't.
Really
I don't
lose.
Yeah, you're gonna still have to get the snow in there somehow, and you either have to like, you know, you can either overlay, you know, a stock shot or something to the front and then leave the rest of the stuff that you shot in the back, I guess. But there's got to be a way, even if you stack it and he's less grainy because you shot it slower and I don't know. It's still
I probably could have pulled him out of the grain and shot one more of him with the lower aperture and just done him and stacked that. But then it would, I think, look weird. He would have been like the blacks wouldn't have been quite right because there's grain in here causing these blacks to gray out and stuff. So,
well, it's going to look weird if anything around him has grain that isn't like way back. So you'd have to do the whole foreground, basically starting at him and silhouette it out around him. So, it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. Yeah, that's a lot of work.
You know what was a lot of work was that diorama.
but you did a good job.
Yeah.
And you see what I did with the windows? I put tissue paper behind them. And
I was
threw
about to ask,
a
is that
light.
what you used? Yeah.
Yeah, just put tissue paper behind it and use some
I
yellowish
hope
light.
it
That
wasn't
way it didn't-
used.
It's a really nice mood, man. The background looks really
Mhm.
good. It looks like legit like a street scene.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm only using not even a third there, Trevor. Yeah, that's all that's on the monitor right there, right behind him. The
Yo,
rest is
Maz, I hope
in
this is not the only time you're gonna use this street diorama because
Well,
it looks
I
really,
can't
really,
use it every
really
day.
nice,
Well, I
bro.
mean, it's not because I use it again right here. Just, I mean, that's a whole other
Yeah, but
shot.
it looks completely different there. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks different. That's what I'm saying because you can manipulate different shots. You don't have to take the same exact shot. You use the same diorama, just take different angle shots, different figure shots. You know, it's like what you call it. You have the scene. Now throw every action figure you could possibly put in there and tell a story in it with one shot. You know what I mean? And not use all of them in one go. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna stick to this specific, display, this diorama. Let me throw in some figures, pose it up, and this is the shot that I want. All right, and
Yeah.
then come back to it with a different figure. I'm like, okay, I want to do it from this angle, and it won't be the same exact, shot because it's shot from different angles with different lighting, different temperatures of lighting, and even if you didn't have the snow, it's like just take away the snow altogether, and you have yourself, basic everyday type of thing. Plus, I know you love your rain effects. I know you love doing stuff with Wilder, so.
Yeah, Tom was mentioning here. I don't know if he caught this, but yeah, these are all practical snow effects. So even the snow falling is practical. So and that was the point of it because this video was to be about how to use snow, like how to do snow. So I knew I could do it practically. I've done it before. I really wish I had one more light to brighten up the whole scene so I could have been at this high of an ISO. But I think this one turned out even better, even though I like the story of this scene kind of better. But and really this one's not bad. You just don't want to get too close to it. You want to stand back.
Yeah, for an internet shot, it's fine. Yeah.
But let's see. Let's move on here. What are we at here? But I got Lou here real quick. Lou, you missed this.
What's up, brother? Yeah, I see you got your Xenomorph, bro.
Yeah, and you need the Shih grease on this. It's a rubber body, like everything.
Yeah,
else.
I know. It's like very soft too, right?
Yeah, very soft stuff.
So yeah, you need to grease that bad boy up just to
It's already greased.
make sure that it doesn't dry. And it actually adds to the figure anyway because they're supposed to be glossy, in for lack of a better word, look wet. But there we go. There's me if I was a cockroach.
Oh, let's look at you as a cockroach. Hold on. Yeah. I can see the resemblance more like in the face than anything else. Yeah.
Oh, don't get jelly, man, because I can see the green, man.
Yeah, Mike did an awesome Theodore shot recently too. We went over that one first.
Yeah,
actually,
it is great.
Yeah, that shot's awesome. That wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
All right, I have to ask you guys because I'm pretty sure everybody here got Constantine and a Theodore.
No,
I got Theodore, but not Constantine. Yeah.
Just Theodore.
Okay, just Theodore.
Yep.
What do you rate Theodore? 1 to 10. What's your rating on
10.
Theodore?
10.
10?
10, 10, 10.
Dude, he comes with a lot of stuff. I just kind of wish because he's got a hand for it, right? He's got a hand to grab the tip of his hat, but I can't get his arm up there without fear of breaking his elbow. That's the only thing. I mean, his posability. I just wish I could get him to tip his hat. Kind of do
It's
that
the
look.
shoulder for
I
me.
get you.
Like the elbow, I know is single jointed. I don't know why, but the shoulder, I'm really worried about. Like it won't go forward, and I know it probably does, but the coat kind of holds it back, and I don't know.
I would
man.
suggest to take off the coat and heat it up, and then move them around because that's what I did with mine.
Take off the coat? Are you?
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody said taking off the coat was a nightmare, but I don't care.
It's a nightmare if you're not familiar with interchanging
I'm
clothes and stuff like that.
I'm good with that. I mean,
but I know you're good with it because
his coat is phenomenal.
Strange to do
Yeah.
that.
I love that.
Aside from that, I'd probably give it a 9 because of those little issues. But it's great, man.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
The light up features are incredible, and they're actually useful. Like the light up features are usually.
You're able to get some light out of them that actually works because Mike said that the batteries die almost instantaneously for him.
Oh,
They got about
mine
10
didn't.
minutes of light in them for me. I mean, mine had
Well,
about 10 minutes.
that's
Yeah, I can
typical
see
for
it
any button cell battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
There's no
hot toys,
capacity.
and yeah, but that's the thing. It's you get a shorter window of time, so that means the figure got to be posed, put the head on, and turn on the switch before you put the head on, and just make sure that you're timing it, adequately, so that way you can get as much brightness as possible.
It's always a pain in the ass because you want to change
Exactly.
something up, and then you got to get in there and you got to flick that little thing
And
off.
you got to refocus. And you got to
Yeah,
refocus.
and without taking your
yeah.
figure or knocking shit over, it's a pain.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Did you light up his eyes for that, Mike, or no?
I did light up
Oh,
his
you did.
eyes, and I used the lantern.
Okay.
But by the end of the shot, it was the eyes
You
were
couldn't
all
tell.
dim. So
Yeah.
I used Photoshop for my eyes in that shot. Where it's close up, so.
I don't know if I'd use the
what do
eyes
you
all
rate?
that much, but
I put him at probably a 9 because he's got the little,
9?
like I was mentioning, he's got very idiosyncrasy issues that that
Okay.
For me, I think the only head scopes that I think the light feature works best on is the one where his eyes are bulging out,
yes.
Yeah.
and the one where his face is melting because you see
Yes.
the light on his
Yeah.
head. But other than that, like the other ones, I don't think it because his eyes are
Does it penetrate
squinting
through?
too much. I don't think it works well for that one. But the other ones, yeah.
You want to know a little tip? Get some cotton swab and a little bit of paint thinner, and rub out some of the paint off of the inside of the head where the eyes are, so that way light can penetrate through it better, because the
Good
whole
idea.
thing is painted and done in that off-white color.
Yeah.
So since that's
This is why we
comes
keep
in
blue
painted,
around, folks.
it's very slit. So take a little bit of that and
I'll probably
wipe
do
that
that
bad
because
boy off, and it'll give you a little bit more penetration, because I had to do that to mine.
You said
yeah, definitely
Well,
do
hey,
that.
listen, it's Tripod Daddy. You can't say nothing with me around here, man.
But I'm the same with Trevor said. I give it about a 9. And same issues with the shoulder, and I'm just surprised that he does not have double jointed elbows. Like
That's weird.
he would benefit so much
to.
from it, because I mean, to
Dude.
bring his arm back. I mean, especially for how lengthy he
Conan.
is. Yeah,
Conan is single jointed.
I'm hoping that the newer version. I'm hoping the new version has double jointed.
So long.
Yeah,
That's why it's taking so long, because if you look at Death Dealer, it's the same style sculpt, but it's
double jointed.
and it's
Yeah.
blue.
Yep. And I think
Same
that's why they're taking a long time with it. Yep, I agree. And
Yeah.
I hope that that's what they're doing, because
They have no choice.
Conan benefits it also, because especially like if you want to do the battle axe swing from above, you need the double jointed to get that nice.
Well, it's smoother. It's smoother to get it. You could do it with this one, but it's smoother with the double joints.
I mean, I was able to do that with I shot that Conan and I had the battle axe above him, but yeah, it would be smoother with the double jointed. And there's so many other things you can do if it was double jointed, but we'll see. We just gotta wait and see.
Yeah.
And these shoulders,
What do you
man,
rate
are
the
super
Constantine?
tight.
Because I haven't opened
the
my
shoulders are
Constantine
tight.
yet.
I give him a pretty high score too, man. I don't know if I can go full 10, but 9, 9, 5, somewhere on there. Again, it's just the
Constantine
movement
looks
of his
really
arms.
Yeah, it's still arms.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
his
I
arms.
haven't cracked my Constantine
If you take
open
the
yet.
jacket off, his arms aren't even a real problem. It's just with the jacket on, which you want to wear the jacket, because the jacket is so good, as Mike even pointed out today when you saw that picture. He's like, the jacket is so cool.
Yeah, that jacket is awesome.
The jacket is so good, and you don't want to take it off.
Yep,
Yeah, well,
I
see,
agree.
Constantine, it's not
Interesting.
our Constantine without the jacket, and same thing with when we see Theodore, Theodore, when we first see him, he has his jacket on, but you can have his jacket off if you wish.
Yeah,
And
if you
if you
want
notice-
to look like a Keanu Reeves one with blonde hair, but
And just in case anybody that's here that's interested about the Death Brokers, they're actually available again right now.
yeah, Mezco put them back up.
I'm considering getting those after Christmas if they're still available, because I didn't get those. I just need one box set, because I have the Casino Royale version of Gomez. I pretty much have most of the Gomez figures.
Yeah,
So
What you got there?
you can get it. You can get it up there, man.
Yeah.
This one works, but the other one I'm still feeling like really tight.
Yeah, it's a little tight. Yeah,
I think
if I
it's the
can
sculpt.
if I can
If
wiggle
it's not
that thing off, I'm gonna put just a micro dot of silicone shock oil in there just to
Yeah.
loosen that up.
But
Yeah,
like, I
shock
only got it
will
going
do it, guys.
forwards. Backwards is a whole other story. So
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
Carlitos mentions Hot Toys Coruscant Guard is back on Sideshow's Last Chance page if anyone is looking for it. Just
Can't
so
do
you
it.
know.
Christmas is already being, taken
I don't want to. I
supreme,
mean,
bro.
like Axe Wolves, I wrote him off. I was like, you know what, I don't need him. But I did make sure to pre-order R2 because I don't have an R2.
Well,
808 Michigan in the house. Aloha.
808, what's up?
How you doing, buddy? Long time. Haven't seen you in a moment, man. It's good seeing you. And of course, Noble Young popped in. You're not first, but you're definitely missed.
Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't the first one on.
Well, I'm changing the time. He's probably here at 7, thinking I'm here at 7 now. But I'm sorry, work has been messing with me. I should be back at my normal scheduled time now. I apologize. So,
See, look at threatening people to come to your show. How dare you?
yeah. But dude,
Whatever it takes.
as far as Theodore goes, before we go back on it, this is one of these kits I use for Hot Toys accessories. Look how full Theodore's kit is. I had to put it in here. It is so full, and I don't even have the pickaxe in here right now.
And I was telling Pablo that I'm
Just crazy.
surprised that they could give so much for that price.
Yeah.
I mean, they gave 6 heads, and they all look so unique and so detailed. It's just
It's their
surprising.
property, that's where you
Yeah.
can get the value out of it.
And that's the kind of figures I
Yeah.
want. Is more of these guys.
Yeah.
I don't really
See,
care about superheroes and stuff, but
I think
I have to say-
gave Maz the bug when he saw me, buy more Mezcos. I'm like, dude, I gotta keep buying Mezcos, bro. I gotta keep buying
The
Mezcos.
roach.
But here you go. Look,
oh, hold
This
on,
is
hold
him
on. I
without
got
his
it.
jacket.
Big. 1 second. Hold on.
Yep, there he is without the jacket.
there he goes without the jacket. I just
Okay.
did that now. I took him out of the box just now because I have.
And how are the shoulders now?
Oh, look, hot girls. Everybody,
Sure.
let's block that.
It's tight.
Yeah,
Mine
they're
is
still tight. Yeah.
But
Thanks,
here's the
Tom.
thing. Look. You can see it. It goes about that far,
Yeah,
but
that's fine. It's the forward and backward movement.
Forward
that
and backwards, it's very stiff, and I think
One goes
there's,
forward and the other one goes backwards, and I can't get them both.
No. You know what I think it is? It's a sculpt piece here, and it's pinching the fabric.
I think so too. I think that's what
So
it is.
I like. Here we go. Hold on. There we go.
And Lou breaks his Theodore on air.
Nope. There we go.
Holy
Nice.
snap,
There we
dude.
go.
Yeah, it's like if you wiggle it
Yeah, you gotta
and
wiggle
it's
it.
outwards, then put
You
it
gotta-
back. You can kind of get it out of
You gotta
that. I
kind
think
of
that's what it is.
You gotta do a
man.
ratchet motion for it to get
Yeah.
it up in the air.
Yeah.
But this
Yeah, I
is
got it now. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that
I
later.
just wanted to show
Again,
you.
I came to win. Bet on me. That's a sin. I won't ever slack up. Punky
Whoa,
better.
whoa.
Hang on.
Jump around. Jump around.
Whoa, Maz.
Jump up. Jump
I
up.
didn't know you was ready. I didn't know you was ready to rap back.
808
Let's
Michigan
go.
says, "Yeah, outside stuff has me busy, but don't get a chance. Don't get much chance. Dude, it's great having you here, man." Dead man says, "Get a move on, Maz. I got a thing tonight. Just thinking. Just kidding. I'll catch you. Oh, all right. We gotta get a move on. He's right.
Yeah.
We got Adrian here is just queued up. He's like, man, I'm first. Somebody get to me, guys. Boom. Yo, Adrian. Here we are, man. Lou, I'll let you start, man, because you didn't have really anything to share. The snow.
You zoom on that one,
I
Miles?
You didn't do your homework, so here you can start this. This is your
Well,
punishment.
I started the homework from last week, so I'm ahead of
I'm
you.
kidding with you, Lou. I'm kidding. Just go.
Oh man, the focal point.
Hold on, let me zoom in.
Too close. A little too close.
We got a wrestling figure down on the bottom, and Batman's nothing.
Is
but
that what
crap
that
on it.
is? I didn't know.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me. And yeah, that looks pretty good. I would change the way his cape is because it looks a little like the way the cape is supposed to drape over this specific Batman. It looks like the cape is all bunched up and folded above his neck while he's trying to grab him, and it just doesn't look like he's doing any other motion to warrant the upness of that specific spot of the cape. But other than that, from what I can see in my little tiny phone, it looks good. The cape is the only issue because it's like bunching up right in front of him too. That's
Yeah.
another thing.
With this, if he's I guess he's grabbing with this arm here, and he's going to
I
punch with
can't
this
tell
arm.
what's going on. Is that what it is? Yeah, okay.
I think so, because this has got a hand and not a fist, so it's like a grabby grab.
Well, that's
hand.
his belt. I thought he had a batarang in his that hand. Okay, got it.
No, it just looks like an open hand
No,
here. So he
that's
might be
his
trying to
hand.
grab this arm that's blocking, and then he's going to punch here. So if that's the
Yeah.
case, though, I would probably still pull this cape around behind him and just you can still go over the arm and cover some of the arm a little bit, but I would have had it go off behind him and not cover his leg, drape on his leg and stuff. As far as this side, I would have maybe thought about trying to wire that up to kind of flare it out to go with that motion of the punch. I mean, I know technically it wouldn't flare out like that, but they do that in the movies all the time. They flare out that cape with the punch, so it looks like the cape's getting left behind because the punch is so forceful, and the cape kind of whooshes. But that's just me. What do you think, Trevor?
Are we going round robin, or are we going everybody doing? Okay.
Oh well, I know you had some things you touched on kind of briefly and got kind of cut off because Lou or
No. I was just jumping in.
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
I don't, and his leg is over the top of him. That's
that's the other figure's leg here. This is his leg. He's crouching in a fetal position.
Okay.
Don't hit me.
You know what? In that case, I would have maybe had like a little bit of a card or something, and it may just be the compression on Instagram and through here too.
Yeah, through here
it looks
kind
a
of
little
bruised.
dark because I can't tell like cape from leg, but I see it now. I mean, I see it now that you pointed it out.
This is a leg.
Yeah, I mean, it's good posing. I think the composition again, like think about space and stuff like that. There's a lot of space on the left. I think you could have angled this maybe the other way, so the Batman's head was in the upper left-hand corner or something like that. It's tricky with these shots, man. And you only have so much in front of you for the dio and stuff like that. But maybe even tighter or a different angle. But I like it. I mean, the lighting's cool on the outside, coming from the outside, and it looks like a warehouse. It's got good, mood lighting.
It's a really nice diorama.
Figure looks a little brightly lit, but I mean, like, again, your focus you kind of want on Batman, especially because he's in focus.
Yeah, I can't tell where his focal point is at all.
It looks like it's right on his chest or just below his chin. It's getting the face. The face is in focus, but it's like there's not enough contrast there. Like the thing that's sticking out is the guy he's punching, which is it's a little too much. I keep looking at him and looking away from Batman. So
agreed.
That's all. I mean, that's, good pose, good lighting. I would just say get a little bit more of that lighting coming from the outside. I maybe would have moved him back so that window was coming right onto Batman and really kind of bathed him in light on that one side.
I agree with that.
I agree.
Definitely.
That would have helped balance it out a little bit. Oh, we got booty bots. More booty bots.
Yeah, I keep getting rid of them, but they keep coming back.
That's all. I'm done.
Yeah, I heard somebody mention something about the focal point because his face isn't quite in focus. I'm not sure where the focus is.
I think
the focal point's on his shoulder. For me, it's on his shoulder. Like I see the detail on the shoulder from the cape, like really crisp, and there's a little bit of a haze or like a softness to the face on Batman.
Yeah. So got to work on that focus there, Adrian. Make sure you get the focus. I mean, you can focus on other body parts, but in this kind of shot here, this should be a focus on the face. I think for what it looks like you're trying to do. It looks like you just kind of missed the mark.
I mean, if you can, and I mean, I'm not sure how you focused it, but like the good rule is try to get that focal dot on the closest eye to the lens. That way, that's where your focal point, the strongest focal point will be there at the eye. And I always got taught that always, focus on the closest eye to the camera.
Yeah.
And it works for toys also. And I understand that they're smaller, but I mean, you can still get that focal, centered around the eye.
What kind of camera do we know what kind of camera Adrian's using?
Perhaps Adrian will tell us, but as of right now, no.
I mean, something that you can control. I mean, you even on a
phone. That's true.
That's
true. Yeah.
Well, even on a phone, you can control the focal point, but you can control the width.
Can you? Because
yeah,
I try and it goes ha.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. It's just a little trickier if you're
me.
It's not easy. It's not as
easy.
It's
not easy. Yeah, exactly. It's a little pain in the butt because it starts focusing on its own for some reason.
Canon M50. Okay.
So yeah, when you're doing the focus, if you're having a hard time finding your focus with the Canon, there's a little magnifying glass icon on the LCD, on the LED or LCD, whatever, the flip screen, and you can hit that and it will magnify your view of your wherever you're trying to focus at, and you can even hit it one more time and magnify even closer to make sure you're in focus, because autofocus can only work but so far, particularly with toys. Sometimes I'll use the autofocus to kind of get me the base, and then I'll zoom in there with the the little zoom icon and put it to manual focus and see if I can tighten up any, just to make sure I got it as tight as I can. So that's something you can try as well.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next one here. We got Adrian again.
Ooh.
Let me give us some love here. He's got Batman, who's not the focus here. It looks like Rorschach is.
Yeah, Rorschach. Yep.
Yeah, that looks good. I like that.
I wish there was a little bit more light in here, though.
No, I like the light actually. It's
it
moody.
looks good. It's
It
very
looks like
moody.
they're
Yeah.
It looks like they're at a crime scene that hasn't been reported yet,
Discovered yet. Yeah.
and they're there. The only thing I would have done differently is I think I would have wanted to have Batman looking at Rorschach.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does look like he's looking off.
I mean, yeah, he looked like, they're probably maybe looking at the same thing, but I think it would have looked a little better if Batman was looking at Rorschach, like listening to Rorschach explaining something to him.
So, like, that's a great point. Like, that's my only thought about this is it's great light. It's gonna be
Whoa.
It's gonna be a great story, but like tell a story, because if the story is just like right now they might be looking at something, but either show what they're looking at or tease what they're looking at, like maybe somebody hanging like a foot or something off in the corner, you know what I mean, and back it up a little bit. Or if it's just a confrontation between the two of them, Batman should definitely be looking at him and maybe pointing, like, he doesn't like his methods or something like that, and maybe Rorschach has his hands up, like, I don't care what you think, you know what I mean? Like, just in pose, you can do a lot to create like a conversation between these two guys, without having any dialogue or anything like that. So they're a little stiff, but I like the composition a lot on this. It's nice, and the lighting is really good. So.
I think I'd like to see a little less of Batman, though, just kind of having over his shoulder more, like more in. And of course,
I think it would have been really cool if he was just like up behind him and he had his finger pointed at him or something like that. Like,
maybe.
Told you to stay out of my district or whatever.
And then Adrian, I don't know if Rorschach, if you got his hand purposely kind of half in and half out of the pocket.
Yeah.
If you're having trouble doing that, take the hand off and you can get it in the pocket generally pretty well. And it'll look like it's in there. So I don't know if that's what you're going for or not, but I kind of get the impression that you just couldn't fit it in there right. I could be wrong though.
I mean, it's a cool idea. I like where he was going.
Definitely. But this is more in line with what I was thinking. But again, I would put Batman like on a box or something to make him a little taller. Like I would want him more over the shoulder.
Even think about like you don't see where their feet are, and you don't need to. You could angle him. You could have him on a stand where you angle him. Look at it like a comic book scene. Batman would probably be at like a right angle, to him, like completely like they're a V. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right over his shoulder, and that would really look like he's, because that angle makes action. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would have worked.
And he's got his hand up or even his fist or something. It looks like he's really coming at him. There's a lot of action going on. So just think about those things. You don't like you set up a scene on the table and it looks, that looks realistic, like he's standing behind him. But I set up stuff. I won't. But like, there's times when people are like, if you looked at the scene, if you backed up, it looks ridiculous. Like it makes no physical sense as to where people are in proximity to each other. But when you frame it up, it looks great and it works. You know what I mean? So look through your frame and move some things. Like I've sometimes had figures like right on top of each other, but they don't look like they're right on top of each other because either the depth you got in the camera or whatever dialed up. So play with it a little bit.
Definitely. And yeah, Adrian says he couldn't fit the hand in the pocket. So yeah, take the hand off next time.
Always take the hands off. Always.
808, have Batman positioned slightly at a higher angle with a head over the shoulder. Yeah, exactly. With a little blur.
That's what we're talking about,
yeah. Fun though.
Stuff a little tissue or a little fluff in the pocket though too. If you can
just to give it some body.
Pocket, a little bit of fluff.
I personally though, I like
little fluff.
I kind of want a little bit more light in the scene though. I feel like we just need some kind of rim lighting or something to kind of pull them out a little bit. But that could be just me because
on this one, I think a little bit.
Just me.
I think if you can't light the whole figure, just train your eye to see every every highlight in this image, and it looks like a puzzle piece. If you look at this jacket, if you look at his hat, and you just focus on the brightest parts of those garments, and you bring those out, you can light the figure and give him shape with just some dodging in there, and that's all you would need in this is a little pop in those highlights, and this would be a totally different image.
Yeah.
I don't know if you use any kind of post processing, any Lightroom or anything, but it's pretty easily done. If you don't want to light the whole figure, just give them some shape with the highlights, and this would be a whole different image. It would have some pop to it.
I do like.
I will say what he did well on this one that wasn't on the last one is like, at least on this one where the focus is on Rorschach's, that's where the point of contrast is. You know what I mean? He's at least got the face lit up here.
Yeah.
I would have liked to seen Batman lit up a little bit more because he's the focus. You know what I mean? And there's that little light over his shoulder, which is bugging me. But other than that, like I like the first one a lot.
Tom says background light above a door in the alley or something, and agree. Batman looking at him, yeah, or looking at least in the same direction the Rorschach's looking, of course. Like they're both inspecting something.
It's basically posing.
We're gonna move on to Poplin Sons Collectors. This is a snow scene, so we got another snow scene. Thank you for sharing some snow stuff. I know I didn't really go too far into the snow thing. I know we were just going to mention that we were going to do snow stuff and kind of talk about it. So if you have any more questions about snow, guys, please feel free to ask them in the chat, and we'll get into that, because that is kind of the point of this episode today, not just the same old that we do every day. But with that being said,
Mythic Legions.
Yeah, Pablo, that's your invitation then, since you spoke up. Go ahead.
I noticed that he did that artistic filter on it too. I kind of want to see what the original shot is.
Does he have it?
No. Oh wait.
Yeah, there it is.
Go.
Okay,
Ooh,
there we go.
I like that. I actually like that better.
Yeah. I like the action that's going on here. Father Christmas is really ripping it into those goblins. They're not just getting coal. They're they've been really naughty. So
they're getting coal, all right.
That's a cool shot. I like the blood effects that he used on here.
Yeah, the snow effect actually looked pretty good. It blowing towards them, so he did a great job either choosing the right digital snow, or I don't think it's practical snow. It's too well lit, I think, to be practical. So I'm gonna say it's digital, but
and the digital background, I think
we found a great snow to use that's going away from the camera, which worked out really well. It looked like they're all fighting into a snowstorm. So
that's cool, man. It's a cool shot. I like it. It's well lit, and I really love the posing and the composition. That's cool.
And I guess this is like a tree or something here, maybe.
I think so.
But yeah, I like this one a lot here. This is pretty tight. Anybody else have anything they want to add on this?
I can't wait to open my Father Christmas. I'm waiting for Christmas to open them.
Oh, okay. Waiting for Christmas to open Christmas. That's weird.
Yep. Is it though?
Making Christmas.
A decoration, Lou, at this point. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but I keep my stuff until 3 Kings Day, and then that's it. Then we start taking stuff down.
Nice.
Anybody else have anything you want to add on this?
No, I mean, I like it. I think don't be afraid to try and change, a different angle. I think this would have been, and I can kind of see it. I'm just like looking at it here, like at a different Dutch angle. I like the Dutch angle, but maybe like, what is that?
I thought you were doing a Dutch angle.
I'm looking at it on the screen.
I thought you were trying to
word someone next time, Maz.
It's not like he was picking his nose, man. He was doing stuff with his hands. I thought maybe he wanted.
I'm just. Like you see the line that's created by where his staff is, and he's taking the head off or something. I would have liked to see the top of the shot be like along that parallel. You know what I mean? In the bottom of the shot, so that would have taken the camera just turning it to the right. So I think the setup is great. It's really well done, and it's just the composition is. It makes me a little uncomfortable. I don't know why. Just a little. I don't know. I think it just needs a different angle, but I like it. Do
you have a problem with Christmas? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I got a problem with Christmas. That's what it is.
All right. Poplin Collectibles again with another snow shot here. This looks like practical snow effects here on the floor. It looks almost like something similar to what I'm using, but not quite, because mine shows up a bit more like a powdery snow on the camera. I like that. But yeah, I'm thinking, is this the Mezco or not Mezco with the
Yes, Father
That's
Christmas.
Father Christmas.
All right. Mike, I haven't heard you in a minute. What do you think?
What's going on, Papa and Sons? Good to see you. First of all, I think my first when I just turn my head and look right back at this photo, the first thing I see is there's not much contrast. It seems a bit flat. I know you've got the lighting effects on the lantern and Rudolph's nose, but there's a flatness to the photo that's kind of washing it out, and I'm not sure if that's because of maybe some snow in the front or something that I'm not seeing, but it's a little bit flat and to me. And the lighting effects are nice, but I think that they're a little bit on the bright side. You know, that might be an artistic choice, but I think they're a little bit hot because my eye goes right to that lantern, and it's good. Your eye should go to the light source, you know, in a photo like this, but I think it's just a little too strong for my particular taste. And you know, those would be the first things. And the snow looks a bit on the ground out of scale a little bit to me. But you know, I'm kind of picky, so other than that, Pop and Sons, I dig your shot. I dig your figures. You know, you always bring out something nice and present to us. But those are my first instincts. And also in the back, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of white back there. And part of the thing when you're photographing snow is super, super reflective. And if you shine any type of harsh, unmodified, undiffused light at it, you're going to get blowout, clipping, no detail. And so I think that this image suffers a little bit of that in the back. There's some harsh direct light going on, and it's causing that washout look. So that's all.
I noticed that these are dogs here, which that you could barely tell, because I mean, I saw this. I was like, wait, is that a rock? And then I was like, oh, these are dogs.
I thought it was a rock too.
Yeah. So you really lose that.
I thought it was a tree.
This?
Yeah, I thought it was a tree falling down. I'm sorry.
Give it a fallen tree. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
I can see that.
But yeah, I agree with everything you said, man. These lights are very distracting. Like they're
super bright. They look bright. They look like you'd have to look away from this photo because they're just like it's super bright.
Yeah.
So for as white as this day seems to be behind him, like this is very overcasty, very blown out white back here. You're not going to have a huge white glow around this. It's going to be swallowed up by a lot of that white.
Daytime. Yeah, exactly.
And especially since it's supposed to be a candle.
Yeah,
a candle wouldn't be.
You want to bring that glow down. I mean,
and the only other thing I would say is that background, whatever he's using, looks like a printed background or something. You can see the shadow of Father Christmas and the trees. You know, the shadow being created on the background. So you want to move that background back if you can, so that you're not creating shadows on it, because that's going to totally look like it looks like a shelf shot. You know what I mean? Like it's like, which is fine. I mean, a product shot is fine, but I think the trees would have worked and everything if the.
And I'm wondering if he shot this bigger and cropped it, because or his focal point is on his arm, because his face looks pretty out of focus. Like it's not.
Sorry.
I don't see the focal point on his face. Like I don't see it's way too.
It is very blurry.
Yeah. But you can see the detail on the wrist, that golden black. Like I can see the detail on that. So I'm wondering if that's where his focal point is at.
What are you calling old? I think I'm older than Mike.
Mike is the nicest grumpy old man, isn't he? He's like the Janet Clemens Walter Matthau, man. The grumpy old man.
I try to balance my input. I try to give a good and I try to give something. You know, I try to balance it. So
that's what you got to do.
Yeah, there we go. That looks good.
There you go, Maz. There you go. That's how you.
Yeah, see the tip as well. I was like, well, let me zoom in his Lou real quick. So I gotta open up his body and get in there and get his arm.
There you go, nice.
You gotta learn how to pose. That's what you gotta do first, Maz.
Break my figure, man.
Can't do a hot toys. What makes you think?
Hey,
you're
and I had a
Resto, bro?
great lumbering figure. All right.
That's what
I
you
had a.
try
This
that.
was a great lumbering pose, man. You gonna make me whip this back out? Look at that lumbering.
Like now, I'm gonna go get
Hey.
mine.
Lumbering. Look at that.
wait,
Lumbering.
wait. You mean to tell me he didn't come hunched over already, slumming?
Not like that. No.
Yeah, okay.
Not like that. So now we're on to Adrian again with Peter B. Parker. I need to. I still need
Yeah,
to
that beater.
I like the little
I
stack
need to
of
get
newspapers.
that Peter B.
Yep. Same
You know
here.
what? This reminds me of
He's
the
out
stack of
for
newspapers.
again.
One thing I want to do with John Constantine, maybe Mike knows, but I want to get a copy of Swamp Thing 37 printed, like a little 1/12 scale copy of that, and have him like sitting there reading it, and then put him in front of reading it, my actual copy of the book. That'd be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
But I don't know where I would get like a little copy of that printed, like a little tiny
Well, you would have to.
Oh, you got to go to printable minis. See if you can get a printable
Printable
minis.
minis,
and
okay.
you'll be all right. But tell me, doesn't Theodore give you that Tales from the Crypt vibe?
Yeah.
He does, man. He does. We got to get back to
EC
Spider-Man.
Comics, man. It's a total EC Comics tribute.
And apparently, the Don Prime says TNT just dumped powdered snow on Charles Barkley. Awesome. I don't know who TNT is. I know who Charles Barkley is, but only by happenstance. I don't watch foosball.
This is a cool shot.
Yeah, let's get back to the shot. So is that a tomato there? No, that's his mask. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Let's
mask.
see here. I'm gonna zoom
He's
in.
got pizza. He's got newspapers. I guess he's delivering newspapers. I don't know.
Oh, I know what he did. He took a Peter B. Barker head sculpt, right, and he placed it on the new Spider-Man from Mafex with the new color.
Yeah, the
comic
Mayfix.
book one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Okay.
that
I
looks
need to
nice.
get,
It
I need to
looks
get a
nice.
Peter B. Parker though. I don't have one yet. I mean, his face sculpts alone are just
Yeah, his expressions, man, are awesome.
But this looks more like the Sentinel. That doesn't look like the Mafex head sculpt. That looks like the Sentinel head sculpt.
okay. It's good to know, so I don't buy the wrong thing when I do fork over the money.
Look at both of them and see which Peter B. Parker head sculpt you want.
All right, we'll do that. But let's continue here. So, what do we have to say about the actual picture?
It looks like a rundown apartment. It's pretty good. You can tell the details on it, and the focus is specifically on Spider-Man himself. Peter Parker is just, standing there, looking at a mask, looking a little pissed off, like I got to do this again. I like it. It could use a little bit more, but I think he's setting the mood. Like, yes, I'm depressed, and I got to do this all over again.
Gotcha. All right.
I do like the lighting. I want to know more to the story. Why is there a stack of newspapers on his bed? And why
Yeah.
does he have that
Yeah.
garbage can inside his apartment?
Word, that type of garbage can of all.
Yeah, like that type of garbage
It's like
can.
you're hiding a body in that thing, man. Like,
Yeah.
dissolving it slowly.
But it's a cool
hell,
shot.
boxes of pizza. It's a lot
Not
of
that I know
pizza.
anything about that. I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm not talking from experience here, no. But it's a cool shot. Overall, it's a cool shot. I like the focal point, like on Peter B. I do like the lighting and the ambiance lighting inside his apartment matches the lighting from outside. Like you can tell it's an early morning, and that morning sunlight is coming into his apartment. Or it
Adrian,
could be the sunset too. I mean, either way.
Adrian's getting defensive about his can. He says, "Listen, I only had one can."
well, listen, I think you can take care of that right off the bat. I think if you this needs to be cropped in tight like a portrait shot, man. Like,
Yeah,
you
I
don't
think a
need all
portrait
that
shot,
space on
yeah.
either side. You're going to tell the same story, and you're going to focus on him and his face. And the other thing that I think Lou is alluding to, like maybe he has to grab his mask, and go out and do it again. Maybe his arm should be coming forward again. Like
For the mask, yeah.
you might have a story in your head, but the posing can tell the story if you don't without a bubble, without a balloon. So if his hand was going to reach for the mask or something like that, then you'd get the idea that he was on his way out or something like that. Or maybe he just threw it, in which case, like, his hand should be, just like he's kind of, again, like with the Batman shot, like they're not really doing anything. They're posed nice. I like the angle of the head, but like what is happening in the scene, and like sell it. You know what I mean?
Now, I'm not sure, Adrian, if you have that retro Spider-Man Peter Parker. They came with this camera. If you would have had the camera instead of the stack of newspapers on there, then yeah, he's late for his job and he doesn't know which one to choose between Peter or Spider-Man. That would have worked.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah,
would-
see, that's a nice story. I like that.
Yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope.
Because I know that Peter Parker that on the retro card came with the little camera, and that would have worked
Yeah.
awesome.
You know what I would have done instead of the paper though, and just have the mask right there. Maybe a stack of envelopes and have like a nice little pink slip on it. You know what I mean? Like rent's due and
Rents do, yeah.
kind of thing.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah.
but you don't
Yes,
need it.
yep.
You don't need too much detail on it. Just enough to convey like, oh, we know what that slip is.
And that would have worked, like Trevor said, if he would have done the portrait, and you could have still seen the mask and the stack of paper and bills on the bed, and not worry about the table. I mean, I would have kept everything the way you have it set up, but just do it portrait. And yeah, I think that would have like made it really more dramatic.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he looks
I
pissed.
get- Yeah. I mean, I get lost in it. I get it because like there's times when I set things up and I've got some in my head, and you have to stand back and go, wait a minute, is anybody gonna understand what the hell is going on in this picture, or is this just all in my? I've got this internal dialogue, and nobody else is gonna know what's going on, so I've got to move something or something like that to tell the story of what's
That's what I
happening
use
here.
the comment or the description for too. Is usually have a quote to kind of at least tie something to get you in that mindset. Like
Yeah.
this morning when I did my Theodore chasing Constantine, I had him yelling at Constantine about, I want her head back because he's got his girl's head in the bag or whatever.
Man,
He's-
IG got sensitive with my Mythic Legions post on Monday.
Oh,
Yeah, because
Yeah,
on the title for that picture, I put "Puny Goblins Must Die," and I guess they didn't like the
No.
word "die." I was
Jesus.
like, but they didn't take my picture down or ban me or
Wow.
block me. They just sent me a message just like, "Are you sure you want to post this like that? Because it's been used before and it could lead to something." It's like, really? It's like I've never got that message before. It's like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and still go.
Violence against goblins, Pablo. Come on, man. Goblins have rights too.
Goblins,
right.
yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's
You have to go over
the
to Twitter,
language. It's the
apparently.
language. It's the language.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's the
Adrian with
language.
the Mayfax. He's got the Mayfax Superman from the Dark
That's
Knight.
nice.
Mikey.
I know that bomb. I know that bomb. That bomb is that prop is one that I've seen advertised on Instagram. It's like a unscrewable prop. It looks really good. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
I
Adrian,
love this shot.
Yeah, it's a cool
Yeah.
shot.
one thing I like about Adrian is he gets his criticism and he'll say, "Oh, I'll go reshoot," and
Yeah.
that's really that's a good way
That's
to
how you
do
learn.
that. Yeah, I think it's a cool shot. I see what's going on, and I do like that military prop. I've seen it before, and I thought about modeling one similar. But I think for me, the sky is a little oversaturated, and I think Superman could have a little bit more contrast to bring out the depth of the muscles. But aside from that, and maybe bring his cape out a little bit more to give a little bit more of the flying.
Oh, his cape is my favorite part of that.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Okay. Well, there you go. Artistic choice, I guess.
I love this little
mean-
shirt he's got here because
It would have been
this
it would have been
rocking
cool if it filled
love
that
him.
space to our left
Yeah.
of him. If the cape was like billowing
Yeah.
off into that area, that would have been a nice balance.
Yeah.
which is kind of
And But aside from that, it's a
Started.
great shot. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a fine shot.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a cool shot. Yeah, the lighting's good on it. I like it.
You're
I
telling
like
a
that.
story here for sure.
I like that he has like that subtle lens flare, just like subtle on the top. Like you can kind of see it over it. Like you can tell that's like the sun's like almost directly above there. And the shot's cool. Now that prop is that the Fallout bomb?
That's what it looks like.
All out. Yeah.
It's a prop that they sell on Etsy. I mean, not on Etsy. It's advertised on Instagram, and it unscrews, and it's designed off the Fat Boy or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, from Fallout. Okay, all right, yeah,
And, yeah, it looks awesome.
yeah. I was like, yeah, it's a cool prop. It is, and I wish I would have had one of those. I know it came with the game, with one of the games, but it was just way too expensive just for me to buy the prop for that.
It's,
Second shot, Moz.
Well,
Oh,
I
yeah,
want
what
to
is the second
on
shot?
this one real quick. On this shot here, what the only thing I would like to try to fix is get this. You can see the cube light that he's using here. I'd want this to be a more of a bigger glare because obviously the sun is casting that. You know, it's daytime. The sun be casting this, and I would rather this be a little less defined as a square. And it's hard to do, of course, but
Yeah.
something I would have worked on trying to get out either by bouncing that light so that you can get a less square look or something. But
And in this
Diffuser, what it was.
particular shot,
Oh,
that's
that's
cool.
way
I like that
better.
one.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a better shot, but
Yep.
I would do something different with the colors because the colors look more moody than
He's
it is
very
like
yellow
in
here.
broad daylight.
I would.
It's very yellow.
I was gonna say
I would do hot
it's
white.
that's it. It's incongruous. I was
Yeah.
gonna say about that with the first one is like when you look at the background in the sky looks like a midday sky, and this looks like a sunset light.
Yeah,
So,
you know what? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the yellow. I
yeah,
didn't notice
it's
it.
too warm, and you could take this shot into post processing, and you could take that yellow down a lot if you've got Photoshop or like. I mean, I don't know everybody doesn't have that,
And
but
if you shot in raw, and
you could fix it, man. You could totally fix it.
Yeah, I think whatever filter he's using, he could
That's
adjust
really-
to
this-
because the blue doesn't look like the natural blue
It's
you
got a
see
lot of
on
green in it.
Superman's costume. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of green
And
color
red.
on it too. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's a lot of green and red, green and the
Well, that's
blue, and
composition,
a
though.
lot of red and everything else.
Yeah.
This composition is your best composition, and
Yeah.
this is really good. The look on his face, it's telling a story. I mean, I don't know exactly what he's trying to do with that thing, or if he's just trying to grab it to try and pull it back. But
he's trying to
it's
save
really
the
good, man.
wasp.
Right.
She went in there. She went subatomic. He's trying to get her out.
That's really this is
Subatomic.
really nice, man. The second
That's a
shot's
good.
really,
That's a good
really
one.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good pose. Good angle.
Focus is good. It's good.
I just
Yeah,
wish this
nice
head
shot,
didn't
man.
have the battle damage all over it because I do like the exertion face he's got, but I don't always
Mm-hmm.
want to have like the battle damage. I'd love to have had one extra hit or something.
I
He's
don't
always
see that much damage on it myself, but like you could. I mean,
yeah, I think
again, that's something you could Photoshop out for sure if you had.
if you zoom in, you'd see like the bruises on his face here.
Oh, okay.
Good
Good shot, though,
next
man.
up, we
That's
got
cool.
Casper. Hey, Casper. We got
here we go.
turtle walking in the snow. Another composition here. I'm gonna just start off with. I see where you're going with this, but there's more work you got to do.
There's a lot of work.
Yeah, the colors are not matching.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, like exactly what we said last week with that one shot you had. Forget this compositing over like a real. Take it outside, or shoot it on a black background and just play around with the lighting and stuff like that. Introduce some props or a color background, simple, straightforward color background, a blue. You know what I mean? And just shoot inside. If you're shooting inside, just do that, man. Forget the compositing for now. Just for now, forget the compositing.
Try to
It's a
sell it
lot
as
of work to do when you do this stuff.
Yeah.
Lou, you're a turtle guy. You got to speak up. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Bro, I'm telling you right now. Well, we already iterated. You know, the colors don't match. Also, you see a lot of light on the back of Mikey, and when the light is facing him, so that should be blackened out or darkened out,
darkened
to the point
out.
where it matches the purple. You know, kind of like the way you had Donnie last week. That's how the back of his shell should have been. And just the back of
Donnie
it.
shot.
You know,
Yeah.
the way Donnie was last week. That's how he should have been in this shot, and that would have made this shot a little bit better.
All the shadow in this shot is blue. Like if you shown a blue light on him, on the back of him, it would have looked like he was in the shadow of this shot. And you really need some light on the front of him too. But this is where a case of where I think what you're doing is shooting the figure and then taking it in and like, oh, that's a cool looking background. Let me put it in there. You've got to start with your background because your background dictates where your light is coming from.
Yeah.
So you got to figure that out first.
Because if you look here, he's not standing in this right at all. The angle, the horizon line's off for the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
this is very angled.
he had some great shots just on black last week, and they looked. Telling you, man, forget the compositing.
Well, Casper
Don't
says
do
he's
it.
got more. I mean, he thinks I'm mad at him today. He's got a lot. So we'll move on and see what else he's got here. Because I think we've gotten. Oh, here we go, Casper. This is even better. I like this one.
Okay.
This is a little better.
Oh,
Yes.
you lead in with this one, man.
Yeah,
I like button.
that looks.
At least he's
is
got the lighting a little closer.
that desk composited. I can't tell.
Yeah,
I
look,
think, yeah, because I can
That's
see the.
composited too.
Yeah,
His
that's
mask
Yeah,
the
it is.
composite. Yeah, you can see it right there. Yep.
You can see on
Again,
his
think
hand.
about
He is doing all
story
this on an
here.
app, so this is not like
No, I get it.
Photoshop or
Yeah,
so
no, I
like
get it.
he's for what he's capable of doing with that app. I forgot what app it is that he's using. I mean,
Yeah.
he's getting better. Like the progress
Yeah.
is getting there.
But I'm telling you, like, if you just this could be a good shot on a black background, you know what I mean, or on a white background, or on a simple. Forget the environment. I mean, this environment. I'm going to be honest. I don't think it makes much sense. I don't know why he's sitting in the library blowing his brains out. I'm sure
Maybe
there's
that's why he's blowing his brains out because he's sitting in the library.
maybe
Who
he had an
even goes
overdue
to a
book.
library anymore?
Maybe he's at the desk and he had an overdue book fine or something like that. But there's easier ways to deal with that. Yeah. Oh, you guys got it.
Does he look like he has pockets in that suit? No, actually, he probably does.
And a grenade, as if it
And a
wasn't
grenade.
enough to blow your brains out. You got a grenade. Telling you, you could. The focus is not on the face. I'm not sure where the focus is, but that may be because you blew it up or something to fit in this.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree
Yeah,
with that.
probably.
Focus is just gone.
Just do some simple lighting on a black background. Play with the lighting and just get that down first. And start simple, man. Start simple.
Yeah, then you'll work your way up. Yeah, because once you get the lighting done right on just black backgrounds to pop, like make sure that he's off the black background, then it's easy to do composites.
Yeah.
Because then you can match the color or the lighting to your background. But
Yeah.
you have to look at the background, like that turtle shot. Like it's obvious that the back of his shell should have been dark, not well lit like that,
Mm.
because seeing the sun directly in front of him. But yeah, once you figure out how to do it like on black backgrounds, yeah, I agree. Like once you get that down, then the compositing, will come.
This is a
pretty
little
quick.
bit better than the last one, but because there could be interior lighting, like you can see there's lights on the ceiling or something, but there's a whole lot of light coming from that window to our left, and that would be casting some light. So again, like I just do some portraits, man. Just play with lighting, and getting some cool shadows and contrast and stuff on a simple background.
Yeah, just one light and one reflector.
It'll be impressive.
Just do that.
Yeah, it'll be
Now, I had
impressive.
a
You had
question
some good
for you
shots
guys.
last week that were impressive.
You guys mentioned compositing with black backgrounds, and so when you're shooting your figure and you want to interject that figure into a background in Photoshop or something, you suggest a black background to shoot.
Oh no, I'm not saying. I'm saying
no,
just
no.
shoot it on black and just leave it on black. Like don't
Okay.
forget the compositing. I'm telling him to forget the compositing because it's a whole other level of like again having to look at the background for the light sources and then light to that. If you want to try it, that's fine. But I think he did some really cool stuff last week with
The black background.
simple black backgrounds, tight compositions on the figure. Looked really good. Get that shit down and then move on to other stuff. But no, I would say gray background or something, or if you want to do a composite.
Yeah, if you want to do
Green
composite,
cast, I've always found when I try to make my own green screen, it casts too much onto the figure because they're plastic.
Yeah, green screen's a bitch.
you have to be pretty far not to get that green cast it onto the figure.
And to Trevor's point too, a black background, if you're just using a single light source and something to bounce light back in, the background is going to show you if you've controlled light.
Yeah.
And if you have any light spill where you don't want it. So it's a good practice in learning how to light with a single source and something to bounce it back in, and learning how to control that and put the light just where you want it. That's the awesome thing about photographies of this kind is you can put the light exactly where you want it and take it off of exactly where you want it. You have full control over how to do that. And just,
Yep, agree.
All right, we're gonna move on as soon as I can find my mouse here. Boom. Lou's gonna skip to the front of the line here.
Lou.
Yeah, I just did something real quick. And I'm like, oh, I didn't put it on Instagram. I put it on Facebook, but I didn't put it on Instagram. So wanted to show that just 2 lights. That's it. That's all I'm using. It's 2 lights
Right
and
over
the
here,
diorama that I have.
Something over here, I guess. Lighting up that way.
No, it's just a light overhead, and one of my other lights because I have this right here, this little lamp right here. So it ejects color on this side, and then a white light on this side. So, and that's it. Something simple.
Pretty cool.
It's like well, we were going back to the Michelangelo shot. Throw it in something that's practical and light it. That's it. Just light it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Very simple. Very simple.
All right.
Nice.
So thank you,
Very
Casper, for
nice.
submitting that. Let's see what else we got here. Dead Man
Man.
Juan in the house, and he's
There
here.
we go.
How you doing, Dead Man Juan? Who wants to drop into Dead Man Juan's territory?
I like this. This is
All right,
very
go
this is very simplistic and awesome at the same time because you got the light casting the shadows and the shadows just blending into infinity. And I love this type of shot and I love this type of art. We see this a lot in inking, and it's very, very, very nice. I love the lighting, and I like the little logo he has right there on top. Like it's very faint on my little tiny phone, but when
That's
you zoom
not
in
a
on it,
little
you can
logo.
see it. Well, no, because on my phone is little. That's why
That's
I said on
half
my
the
phone
fucking
is little.
shot right there.
He's,
man.
he's inspired
now
by
I zoom
that
it
one,
in.
but you know,
Inspired by
Yeah.
what?
Zooming in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I
so-
do like how the sword cuts like right where he's lit
Yep.
and in the shadow. Like that's my favorite part of this shot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would
Now,
have liked
these-
to
I like
see a
it.
little bit more on that pauldron and his arm.
Mhm.
on
you said this
side.
is one light, by the way. Sorry.
One light, yeah. That's usually how it is with one light.
Yeah.
Bounce card underneath him would have done the same thing. You could have, like in post, you could have taken out what's to the right of that sword and still
Yeah.
gotten a little light on that, to define his shoulder. But I like the idea. It's a really cool idea for sure.
Yeah. So what you're saying in post, just so I can expound a little bit more on that. So you got a bounce card over here, and you're gonna bring some of this back out, so this lights up a little bit, and then in post, like say you got Lightroom, you can just draw a gradient to bring it back over and bring this all back into black here.
Yeah.
Just change the exposure on the gradient, so it's just
Yeah. Or
exposure.
literally just bring a brush and just like wipe it
Oh yeah, you
out
can do that.
completely if you want to. I just don't understand Merry Christmas as the caption for this one. I'm not really sure what the hell this. This is me.
like
Maybe it
this,
means
Dead
something
Man.
different to you.
This is
I like
Christmas.
I like this, Dead Man. The question I have though is you're using one light, and I see. Let me zoom back in on this. I love the blacks, the negative space there, where that's where the joints and stuff would be, and the skull is floating. What I'm not getting is there's something done in post processing that's making your blacks go into purple. If you look down at the handle of the sword, and if you look at the armor, go up a little higher to your left, right there, that's really purple.
Oh, there is a little purple haze.
So what I'm wondering is what's your light source? I don't think it was purple, but I think maybe in post something or whatever, something happened down at the lower part of the frame, just up a little bit. There's a purple spot there, a purple patch on the figure. I just wonder where those purples are coming from if you used one light source.
I'm wondering if there isn't purple in that Paul. I think this is the Skeleton Legion builder, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Purple for you.
Is
Yeah,
there
you
purple
might
in
have
that
just
figure?
he might have just tone shifted it or something like that. You know what I mean? Just a little bit of playing around with the tones or something like that. And
Yeah.
there could be a little bit in that. There could be a little bit in that paint. That's a little. I don't know. I can see that now. But it's a cool
But
concept.
I like the shot.
Mhm.
I like the
Yeah,
shot.
it's a cool concept. I like it.
The sword is
like
coming
the,
up out of the frame at you almost. It looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, by the way, I want to take a minute to pitch this. I know I gave a lot of
cool.
grief on these before, but these little Ulanzis for $20 a piece are great. They're
Nice.
RGB, so I mean, like this, but purple right there. And the battery life is on these pretty good, man.
Now, when you
Amazon, they're $20.
When you dial in a color
Mhm.
and then you shut it off and turn it back on, is the color still dialed in or no?
Yes, the color stays dialed in. Yeah.
Still-
That's nice.
Mhm.
Freaking LumiCube, that LumiCube panel doesn't even do that, man. It's
Oh, it
expensive.
doesn't do that?
Wow.
No,
and that's $100 for
if you
that.
leave it, if you leave it off more than like 2 or 3 minutes, you got to redial your.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
That's bad.
Unless I'm doing something wrong, I don't see any other way to do it.
Yeah,
man.
because these you can leave it for a week and go
Yeah.
back and it's
Every
still
other
staying on
light
the
I
last
have
setting.
like that.
He
Yeah.
said you can leave it for a week and come back and you good. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I had a gift card from Amazon my wife gave me, so I bought 3 of these because I was like, should I get gels or I can get these little Ulanzis with RGB? So I was like, I'll try the Ulanzis because everybody uses them. Let me give them a shot. So
Send me a link to that, Maz.
Yeah, they're not
Well,
bad. Little lights. They're not bad.
so, I'll see if they're still $20. They were special though. They were like on a special.
It don't matter. Just send me them. That doesn't matter to me.
All right, I'll get you a link, man, right now.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Right this second. I'm gonna go to my
No,
orders.
no.
I see
No,
it.
no,
I
you're
see
getting
it.
it right now. You're getting it right now.
You see this
they're
lucky
$29.99
relationship
and $95 now. They went up $10. So sorry.
That's fine. I don't care.
I'll just put the link in the whole chat window. How about that? That way everybody
Honestly, I like the tubes better than those cubed ones or those square ones.
the link is in the YouTube chat itself, not in the private chat, but in the YouTube chat.
Copy.
That way everybody can have it. There's a private chat. Let's see. Ooh. Oh,
Do
okay.
you have, Trevor? Do you have those on your affiliate site for Amazon? Those Ulanzis?
I don't have the Ulanzis. No, I have the Wii lights.
Oh, the Wii lights.
WEELI, which I like a lot. I think they're really, really good, and those are RGB dial-ups as well. So, they're like $40 or something like that. So.
Yeah, they're not that far off from the Ulanzi, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about brightness. I mean, the brightness on those seem a little bit more in line with the Lume Cubes. The Wii lights aren't quite as crazy bright, but they're good
These
enough.
are probably in the middle. I mean, if you're saying the Wii lights aren't that crazy bright, these are probably in the middle between the two.
Okay.
So these aren't quite as bright as the Lume Cubes, but for $20, I couldn't really ask for much more. They're
$20. Yeah, sure.
They're pretty good.
But since you got to go soon, because you just let us know that, here's one you can start into. Rip It Tan.
I like it. I like it a
Cool
lot.
nice.
Java Pilot scene, it looks like, but with
Yep.
Boba Fett in here. So
It's great. It's telling a
Fett.
story. I can see what's happening here. I don't.
Ooh, I like that.
Did he
I
revisit
like
this
the
shot?
second one. I don't.
I think
Maybe
this
so.
was this a
Didn't he
revisit?
have this shot a few weeks ago and like it was further back because we were able to see the tassels
Was it?
a lot more.
I mean, he came back and
Oh.
redid it.
I think he redid it because
Yeah, this is a day old.
Yeah.
This is
I
the
I
one
like
where-
version
this
right here.
one.
this one here or the
What-
first one. That's the
The
first
first
one.
one. I like the
Yeah, I think
first
I
one.
like the first one best.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
like that
this
better than
one. This was a little too blown out in the middle. My eyes like burning from that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
this first
that
one.
was
Yeah,
nice.
this first
Great.
one's awesome.
I think the reason why I like this one is just how this fog comes over here, not necessarily back
You
here.
in the
but-
damn fog, Maz.
Well, it's broken up a bit more here. It's not as,
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, he could have probably. I think all he's doing is. I
You
don't
could
know
have
if he's,
layered
like,
that
just
in,
modifying this in post,
master, yeah.
but maybe not. This tells a good story. The
Mhm.
pose is good. I
like the
guess the two characters in the back, I suppose, are helping them out to take out the stormtroopers. So,
Yep.
or they just walked into this. I don't know. Either way, I'm making up my own story, but at least there's something going on here.
To
And I
work
like
with,
the light,
yeah.
backlit.
Mm-hmm.
Rings true. There's some motivated lighting on the left there. That's creating a little bit of light on Boba's side, and then kind of spilling over a little bit onto Fennec. And yeah, I mean, really well lit. Looks good. I mean, the only thing, I mean, with these it's hard. I don't mind it because they're toys, but the little shine on his face, you can take in Photoshop and just do another layer and sample a little bit of
And paint
color
in
around it and
you
just
talking about this right here, right?
yeah.
50%. Yep, and it'll take that right out, and you'll never know it's there.
Yeah.
But that's my only nitpick, man. This is really
Yeah,
nice.
That's the
Really
one thing
nice
I was
looking
going
and
to
everything.
do is just this little bit of
Yep.
whatever here. Just
Yeah, and
You
it's
know,
minor.
it's-
It's a toy shot, I mean, it is
Yeah.
what it is. But
Rippick has always done some great stuff, though.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's on
Mhm.
point. Anybody else have anything to say with this?
Mm-mm.
Do more. Do more.
Two more.
Do more.
Give me more.
Yes.
It looks good.
All right, let's move on.
that
Then
shot.
we got Commander Green in the house, man. Commander
Nice.
Green,
Fucking
he's got,
green, bro.
He's got some whatever these guys are. They're walking. Hey, I'm walking
Yeah.
here. I don't know who this is. I'm sure Don, if he's still here, you can tell me.
this is one of the
Trooper,
from
because
that's-
Obi-Wan,
that's
the
the-
Purge Trooper. Yeah,
Yeah, the Bird Troopers.
Is it a purge trooper?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has it hashtag on there.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's a purge trooper. Sorry, I had to zoom in.
That's nice. I love the lighting on this shot.
it's very
Yeah,
bright.
that's very nice.
It's a very bright day. I would have probably cut that with a little bit more warmth, though, given how bright it is, just a little bit. 'Cause there's nothing to denote that it should be this like neutral white. I think you should at least lean either.
Yeah, well, no. Well, I mean, it depends on what the environment is too. So it's like,
Yeah, what I was gonna say. He could be coming from some. It doesn't have to be daylight. It could be some other type of light source that's back there. That.
Well, I think you
Like
should leave
walls.
one together between hot and cold. Is what I'm saying. Just
Oh,
one of the two, because right now it's just like straight white. I don't feel like it. I just feel like that's a little harsh on that white. I think I would
kind of like I could see a little bit of a maybe a little bit of a tilt white shift or something like that to the yellow side or something. I don't know what's going on with the shaft of light that's coming over his shoulder. Like is that
He's a bad
post?
mother. Watch your mouth.
Shut your mouth. It looks like it's almost natural, but then I look at it again and I'm like, wait, is that in post? Tell us, Harold.
I think the way it's going over this gun, I'm going to say
is it just a coincidence that it's hitting his shoulder at that angle and that's on the wall or something? I can't tell.
well,
It
because
looks
I can see the way it's distracting.
you can see it on the gun though. So I think it's. I don't think it's on the wall.
Over the
I think
top.
it's-
Yeah.
I think it's
Look how it breaks on the wall toward the bottom. See the break in it, and then it starts.
Yeah, that's
again?
what's
Yeah.
throwing me off is it stops there.
Yeah.
Instead of like if it was light, it would keep going and be a little bit more. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's natural. He usually
Unless the
doesn't
atmosphere
do
wasn't
post
right
stuff,
there.
does he?
I don't think so.
No, I
He
don't think
usually
so.
does.
Most of his stuff he does is
Yeah.
in camera,
Yeah.
but sometimes he
Yep.
does. Not a lot, but he does it sometimes.
He's got some atmosphere of the shot. You can see on this guy, there's atmosphere on him. It's not just like a distance blur. He says it's sunlight shining from behind, so it's actually
Okay.
on camera. All right.
Wow, that's
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
It's just
I'm
an
surprised
interesting
that
shape.
sunlight
they
shining
created.
is still white,
Yeah.
not like any kind of warmth to it. It's just kind of interesting.
I might have done the only other thing is I might have done this as a portrait and cropped out that I don't know what that thing is on the left,
The
but
vent?
it's just I don't know. It's pulling my it's
It's
like
a
it
power
looks too
generator,
much
man.
like a real. I know this like he shoots and like he makes like ordinary areas look like they belong in Star Wars. It's great. It's excellent the way he does it. That one is making I don't know. It looks like a vent or something, but it's probably not. I don't know. Not sure what it is. I do like it though. The composition is great. I'm just wondering how it might look as a portrait too. It might look really cool.
I think you would have lost the effect of this light here if you.
Well, I think that might not have been bad if it got cut off because it does like cut itself for some reason. I don't know. It's something about.
Well, knowing it's real kind of makes me like it.
Yeah, no, I
No,
like
it's
it.
not.
It's just unusual. I can't figure out what the hell is going on.
Well,
It's
see what
messing
happens
with my
is
mind.
It's not
light-
often when we see
light
him stumped.
filters
Blowing up
here,
my mind.
light gets filtered through here, and then atmospheric aerosol or something is catching
That
into
I
light.
get,
And the
but
camera
why does it
catches it.
stop right there? I guess
Yeah,
because
it-
the fog stopped there or something.
Maybe.
That's
That
what
it
crosswalk
reached
is. It
there,
has to
yeah.
stop for cars.
It's. I love the tone of it though. I think it's beautiful.
I was expecting to see the detops though. I love seeing the detops in the shots for some reason because it's like
This is behind the details. It's
Right,
like the
this is-
wall.
That's where they're
behind
at. See, this is
Yeah, but it's a beautiful shot.
Yes,
Adrian
it
said he posted another Spider-Man shot, by the way. But yeah, I'm sorry, Mike. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say on Commander Green shot, I like that it's black and white without being a black and white image, except
Yeah.
for the red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at how the tones go across. It's just
Mhm.
it's black and white without going in and making a black and white image. So it's really
yep.
And actually,
like
I think
that-
I would have brought the red saturation in a little bit more instead of being so desaturated, just to emphasize on that whole black and white and having that red in there.
Mm.
I would have probably brought that saturation or vibrancy a little bit more. Kind of get more of this red here, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like the whole desaturated thing though. It
I
just-
do. I think
Yeah,
the
I do
desaturated
too. I like the way it is. Yeah.
We're gonna
I
fight.
like
a little bit of a green
give up.
A little-
tone to it. I don't know. I
sort of chalky. I like that.
All right, I'm in the
Yeah.
field position, man. Don't hit me anymore. I'm done.
And I kind of like the
So-
way his
Working
shadow
it.
is on the other wall, and you can see a hint of the red from his armor on there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's got a
Commander
display
Green
shot
says,
coming.
There was a slight breeze that blew in the aerosol, and he says, "Don't worry, Pablo. I have a display shot coming."
Yeah.
He says he desaturated because the red was too bright. Okay, all right. Everybody else chose the other thing. All right, gotcha.
No, it looks nice.
Adrian had another Spider-Man shot he wanted to share. With us.
Ooh.
Let me
There
see.
you
See?
go. That's a little
Oh, there we go.
That's the shot.
That's the shot.
Black symbiote head.
Mhm.
I like that.
Yeah, these are
Nice.
awesome.
Now we're talking. Now we're
Which one
talking.
we
This right here is great. No, that last one is fantastic.
Where he's got the paper in his hand.
No, the tighter
the
one.
one where
tighter
the-
one.
Before.
That one.
That right there.
Oh, okay,
Nope.
this one.
There we go.
That one.
Yeah.
It's like
That's
a
everything,
bad,
man.
yeah.
Beautiful.
It's like a bad tattoo. If you have to explain the tattoo, it's really probably not that good. This you don't have to explain anything.
This is awesome.
You can tell everything you need to tell in a shot.
Yep.
You know.
The expression on his face, the light coming from the side. He's got a window open. It looks like it's coming from. And it's nice and tight, and the balance is perfect, man.
It's
This
great.
is a great shot.
Got a
Love
little
this shot.
dip shoulder to match his
Mhm.
smirk. A little dip shoulder
Mhm.
looks good.
Yep.
Yeah, he's leaning into it a little bit. Yep.
Yep.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Sweet, man. Awesome job, Adrian.
Very
Mhm.
nice. Very nice. Let me hit that like button, of course.
Hit
All right.
that like
So
button.
we're gonna go back to where didn't we do this one already? Though?
No.
I like that one. I
We're
like
about to
that
do
I
it.
one.
saw it earlier then, but this 6 scale Steve. No, I just like. Okay, yeah, he posted this. Yeah. Yes,
What I want to know is that what figure is that? Because it looks, for some reason it reminds me of Dracula.
yeah, it is.
Is it the Dracula figure? Okay, I wasn't
I
sure.
don't know if it's the
Yeah.
Dracula figure, but it is Bram
That's
Stoker.
Looks like a.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I think it's Bram Stoker's Dracula, right? That's what it looks like. It's just with a different costume and it doesn't have the hairdo.
Oh,
But
he's got his
Yeah,
robe
he's calling it Crampula.
He
He's calling it
Crampula.
Crampula.
oh yeah, there
Yeah.
you go, Crampula. Yeah, there we go.
It's his red robe look, but he's just got the Santa hat on. He's holding some presents.
Crampula.
I like it.
Yeah, this is a great
I like
shot. I love the glow in the eyes. It's Redman Toys Dracula. Okay, so the people that made are David from Lost Boys. Gotcha.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a
Ah,
cool.
nice.
It's a cool shot. I love it.
Yeah, I'd like to know where you get the 1/6 scale Santa hat because that was a pretty nice touch. I like the
I get
lighting.
a 1/6 scale Santa hat from eBay, bro.
Man, it's too much work going to eBay.
Well,
No,
supposedly,
I got mine in a week.
someone at Michael's found these weird Christmas decorations of Santa's costume on sticks.
Yes, I did.
And-
Yeah.
Was it you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, someone took all those apart, and the Santa hat, they were saying that it's almost 1/6 scale. It doesn't work for 12 scale, but the rest of his outfit works for a 12 scale figure, but not the Santa hat.
Nice.
That's what I
Uh,
used in that Jason photo. I cut
Steve
that.
says the hat is
nice,
a wine
okay.
topper, by the way. So
Oh, cool.
cool. Yeah, this is a great use of. I love the lighting in this. This is
Yeah,
great.
the lighting's beautiful.
Did a
on this
great
shot.
job emphasizing this candle. I know that has to be post because
Mhm.
you know, but you did a great job with it. I love it. I love the subtle light on his eyes.
his
I love
face,
that all
yeah.
the light is coming from
The
one direction,
godlight. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
which is really nice. And of course, you can clearly see these little trail of packages. I guess he's luring Harker or something over here. I don't know. Maybe Mina. Who knows? Somebody from that series. But I'm digging it. Does anybody else want to check?
Mm-mm.
Oh, he says the lantern's a working light with a snoot focused on it. So
Oh,
Ooh.
cool.
Nice.
very nice
Cool.
stuff. Very nicely done.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm
All
digging
right.
that. Steve. Great shot. Trevor, you got to get going.
I got to jump. Yeah. Oh, very nice. I love this shot though, Pablo. This is-
Thank you.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta-
this is the one.
Says
Fire
that
is
you
stuff.
start on Pablo and not finish what you.
Yeah, this is a shot that Instagram kind of had an issue with my title.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I
No,
got to
you're
run.
welcome.
This is a beautiful shot. Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
me on again.
Thank you for being here.
Nice
hanging out,
Take care,
Trevor.
Trevor.
Pleasure.
Take
Good
care,
to see
buddy.
you
Trevor
guys.
B.
Have a-
And,
When is your
Have a
next
Merry Christmas.
stream, Trevor?
you too. Everybody have a Merry Christmas, man, for
I have
sure.
a Merry
Merry Christmas, man.
And I will see you maybe next week.
Yeah, sure. When is your next stream though on your channel?
I don't know. Probably not until after the holiday. I'm thinking next, not Friday, but a week from Friday is probably going to be another 1/6 pack. And I know we're going to be trying to do our top 10 of 2022. So
Nice.
look for
Nice.
that. Yep.
And next week we are going to be doing a giveaway too. So
Beautiful.
yeah, giving some stuff away.
Sweet.
So. All right, Trevor.
All right,
have a
man.
great night. Thank you again for
See
being
you guys.
here. Appreciate it.
Later.
Good night.
Take care, buddy.
Bro.
We had a lot of comments while he was saying goodbye. Let's see. Chase Magnitude in the house. Really great lighting. He says. No, don't put user in timeout. Salvage Cargo. This photo is the ShamWow 6-scale, Steve. So he's referring to Dracula. Nobody's talking about your stuff yet, Pablo.
Oh, okay, no.
Chase Magnitude, was it shot outside or in the studio? Are we still talking about Dracula, Chase? I don't know. Like the background. I don't know what we're talking about. Please, come on, guys.
If we're talking about mine shot in studio.
Salvage Cargo. Shot on a Dio. Okay, so they're still having a conversation. Inside. Okay. We're past all that? All right. Pablo, tell us about the shot. Oh, you got a third thing here. Do you get
No, it's because it's part of the Mythic Legends collab that I do on Mondays, and so I like to share it on here too. No, this shot, I mean, so this half giant, it's on my top 5 figures of the year, and with the accessory pack. That accessory pack makes this figure just so much better. That I have 2. I have 2 of these guys. But I'm waiting for a custom 3D printed head for my other one. There's a pre-order that this guy did, and he's gonna start shipping the new heads in January. I think the first week of January, I believe. So,
Custom heads?
Yeah, custom head. So
Nice.
his name is Jeremy Wilson. He's on the Cabal. He originally did the Lobo head for the McFarlane figure.
I remember.
But then he got curious himself and made that head bigger to fit a half giant, and painted it like a berserker. And my God, it took us a while to convince him that you need to print this for the half giant. I told him, I was like, I'm willing to pay $40 for it. Just give it to us, and I'm pretty sure you'll get enough people to order it. And there's been a lot of people who's been ordering it. So, but he's only going to do one run. He's not going to do another run after that. So if you want the head, you need to get it now.
Yeah.
Damn it, man. You gonna tell me that now? Shit.
I need to see when the pre-order ends, because and I'll let you know. But yeah, and he's gonna start shipping them. I believe second week of January. I think that's what he has it scheduled for, or first week of January.
Okay.
And I see you broke apart your moose just to get this guy. You
know. No, those antlers come with the
I'm kidding.
the accessory kit.
So what do you want?
I can't wait for my moves.
The picture. Yeah, tell me. Well, you guys break it down for me, man.
No, you break it down.
It's not enough rim lighting. It needs more rim lighting.
More rim lighting.
You need more rim lighting. Mike, I know his feet are gone. You got something to say?
Yeah, it's an action scene, man. The feet can be gone. The feet can be gone.
And there was some action. Doesn't mean it's an action scene.
I think it's a fine shot. Lots of texture in there. The lighting is nice, soft, and spread out. I can't say anything bad about the shot. At all. It's got a good angle on it. He's definitely standing there with this. What are those hammers shaped like goats?
Yeah, they're like
yeah, they are hammers. Right?
Yeah, those are sweet. He's got those spread out. He's like, yeah, bring it, And they've got these little puny spears poking up at him, and it's just not even a challenge. They brought the knife to a gunfight, and
they're just gonna anger him more.
So poking him with that stick.
So Pablo, I gotta ask. I love the lighting on this. I love everything about it, but I feel like you need a little bit of atmosphere in here, just to kind of make it look a little less toy. Because this doesn't look like this is that type of shot that it's supposed to really look so toy.
I wanted to use my fog machine, and I could have, because I shot this in the garage where I have my fog machine, but I just did. I wasn't in the mood to get it to warm up and all that. And the thing is that, since the way I do my fog, I run it through a chill box, and I had to get ice, fill it with water, salt, and get the fog to run in there and get it thick and heavy, so it would have given me that nice, thick atmosphere, and I just didn't want to go through the trouble. So I was like, that probably would have improved it more. Yeah.
But I mean, this shot is beautiful. I just was, to give it, like I said, to just kind of break it out of that.
I almost did fog in post, but I just didn't like the way it looked. I rather do it naturally, so I went ahead and just not do it.
Hey, it can look good. See?
Well, I did fog in post for my saw cutter, so I mean, I can do it, but for this shot, it just didn't work. I would have preferred it naturally on this one.
All right, fair enough. Lou, anything you want to add, since you're laughing at the fact that I went back to my shot just to show you the fog?
I had a laugh.
Post fog. It was pertinent to the conversation.
Yes, it was. That's why I'm like, this guy, dude. I agree with Maz. When it comes to it needs a little bit more atmosphere, but other than that, lighting's on point, poses on point.
Yeah.
Mwah! Chef's
Thank
kiss
you.
poses.
Technically, this
and
picture is great.
And I love the angle that it's shot. It has the Dutch angle. It's slightly tilted. It's there. It is really there. I think what would have set it a little bit perfection. The white in the background, if it was blue.
Yeah, it was blue initially, but when I did some color correcting, for some reason the blue got washed out. But there's if I mean, I know you're looking at it at a smaller screen, but if you look at it on a bigger screen or on a computer, you'll see a tint of blue and a tint of
I
green in the
see it.
sky.
I'm zooming in. I
It's
see
there. It's just it got lost when I did some color correcting for some reason, and then I'm not like I didn't notice it until after. And I was like, wait a minute, what happened to my blue sky? I was like, because it was nice and blue, because the background that background is a painting that I've done, and it's got a nice blue paint on there, but for some reason it got washed out.
Sorry, Pink Floyd.
Little
talking.
Pink Floyd. Little
Pink Floyd, yeah, I heard.
Anyway, yeah, dude. Like I said, technically, I think you nailed it. I feel it needs.
No, yeah, I agree. No, the atmosphere would have had more. Yeah,
something to kind of punch it
yes.
into more of a realistic territory than this is more like a really good product kind of shot. And I feel like you put in atmosphere, then it's like a scene.
Mm-hmm.
Casper.
Yeah, this shot. Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
why we tag Toy Mercs? I'm confused. Now, this is an older shot. I think he said somewhere that this is an old shot that he drug back out or something. I forget. I guess he edited it, but I don't know. This is the McFarlane Batman. It's like got like a static cape that doesn't move or something.
Yeah,
Which is the reason why I didn't buy it, because I mean I love this cape and I would love to do a shot with this cape, but that's the only thing you got,
Well, actually, he came with the soft goods cape too as an option.
I wish I had known that when I passed him up.
It came with both. Good. Yeah, it's not good. It's not like you still saved yourself, but it does come with the soft goods cape that doesn't do anything. It's just it drapes. It's not much you can do with it. You would still need to invest in a wired cape. And I believe Max Bird did an awesome alternative cape for this Batman.
Yeah, this is a great looking figure, though. I mean, I've always loved this cover. This is a Batman 423 McFarlane cover that he did. He's emulated it so many times. I have the original Batman and a Spawn copy of it. Chase Magnitude is asking a serious question, and I kind of touched on it before, but I'm going to read it again here for everyone. How do you guys keep your action figures from being so shiny? It can't be all lighting, could it? A lot of it is. But
it depends on your lighting. If you diffuse your lighting, if you use something to diffuse the lighting, you'll get some of that shininess off. Now, if you want to go the extra mile and you're gonna keep the figures and not resell them, get yourself some matte, some flat matte clear. Either Mr. Hobby or another good one is
I like what was it, Testers?
Yeah, Testers. Those two, the matte clears, those will get rid of all that shine. And it won't damage your figures as long as you don't overspray it. Like, I mean, you're just gonna spray it lightly at a good 2 feet maybe away from it, and it'll dull it down, and it'll get rid of that shine, that plastic look to it. But that's if you want to go that route. I go that route because I know I'm never going to resell the figures, and I'm keeping them and I'm passing them down to my daughter anyway, so they're staying within the family. But I wouldn't do that with higher end figures like Hot Toys or anything like that. But like these toys, like the G.I. Joes, Marvel Legends, and the NECA Ninja Turtles, just spray it with the matte clear, and it'll dull it down. Or just use some large diffusion with your lights, and that'll also. Because it'll help spread that light. It'll soften that light, and you'll get rid of that hot, plasticky look.
Bounce cards are your friends, man.
And bounce cards,
they really help diffuse the light and really get that light spread out, so it doesn't do those harsh lines like that. So,
reflected light is always softer. So
reflected light is always
reflected light is always softer. That's your best friend. That and the proximity of the light to the figure too. Little things like that can help
And
Just
the
change
size
how
of the
close the
light.
light
If
is.
you're using a tiny
The
light,
size of the light.
you're gonna get a lot harder
Yeah.
lines on it. If you're using
Yeah.
a light that's like oversized compared to the figure, or then
Yeah.
you're gonna get a soft light. It's almost like a sun. That's why I
Yeah,
need.
so go get some like white foam board from Walmart, and
Mm-hmm.
instead of pointing the light at the figure, face the light at that whiteboard to bounce the light back onto it, and it'll get rid of that.
Lou, that was
That's your
tissue
best
paper,
friend.
wax paper. What was that you're holding up?
Tissue paper.
Yeah.
Tissue paper.
Yeah, tissue paper
Tissue
is
paper.
great too. It's a great diffuser, and it can also bounce. So,
Yeah.
but tissue paper is going to bounce less than a whiteboard because there's light that can go through it.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm. And it also depends on if it's flat out or crumpled.
Yeah.
If it's crumpled, you're gonna get a little bit more diffusing than you would if it was flat.
And I would also if you're gonna do the whole white card thing, get some blackboard so you can use it as flags, and you can prevent light from spilling onto certain things with doing that, because the black's gonna absorb the light.
Yep.
So that's a good way of doing it.
Whiteboards, both great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Both great. To have. All right. As far as this shot goes, though, man, I love the lighting on Batman. I think he's phenomenal. He even works in this background for the most part.
Yeah, the composite is a lot better on this shot. I do like it. The only thing that is bothering me is that it's out of focus.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
not really focused on his face, but then again, his face is far enough back there. You
Then
can almost forgive
it's
it,
not a mm-hmm.
but not quite, because obviously you caught it, and now you're like, die for not focusing.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of like a sports car presentation where the car is the actual cape, and you're getting like this, I want to say, a fish-eyed lens shot of what's going on. Everything looks a little, stretched out on the ends, and looks like it's imploding almost. It's very subtle.
Display space, I'd buy this figure, man. I really would.
I think this is probably one of the best ones that Casper's done on this.
I agree.
I'm not a fan of composites, but I think this was done nicely. The light in the beginning, in the foreground on the cape, draws your attention, and then your eye goes further back. So I mean, I think this is probably the best one that he's done.
And
I like the photo.
And the vignetting he decided to do lets you forgive the lack of bounce hitting the underside of the cape. So
well, this digital background and all that, it can hide a lot, and the dark lighting hides a lot. And so, I mean, this is a good shot. I like it. Casper.
I probably would have feathered the shadow a little bit more. I think it's still a little too sharp.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's a great shot.
this was sharp shadow.
I would say that this photo right here, it's reminiscent of what I would have on my wall as a poster.
Yeah. It's a great
It's
shot.
straight up poster shot. This is a poster shot. It's a nice spread poster shot.
Oh, there's Mike.
Ooh, there's Mike
again. We went over this, guys, earlier today. So if you guys want to catch the show about the snow stuff, we did it all at the beginning of the stream. And of course, if you have any questions during the stream, we will get on it, because the snow thing is awesome, and it's that time of year. Lou, do you have a question?
Yeah, I have a question for everybody who has this figure. What's your favorite hat?
That's a tough one.
The squish top hat, I think.
I like them all.
Yeah. I'm more I kind of like the baller hat the most. I like the baller hat, but for the creepiness, I want that tall 10-gallon hat style, kind of like putting Dr. Seuss on his ass.
10-gallon the top hat, like he's got here.
Yeah, the top hat, baby.
It's a top hat. That's not a 10-gallon hat.
Yeah.
That's
With that little
like a 10-gallon hat. It looks huge, bro.
Yeah, the top hat's not bad.
Sucking, Miles. Keep sucking.
Keep sucking. There you go. See, I'm with Loco Lou on this one. I like that hat.
All right. We'll move on, since we're just about the hats. Dude, Casper,
hey!
Power Rangers. Pablo's gonna be happy. I hear Pablo likes Power Rangers, and Lou. Chase Magnitude has got something to say here. He says, the background and flooring goes well with the cape. Yes, it definitely does.
Yes, it does.
So Pablo, as a Power Ranger fan, and I have no stake in that game, go ahead and talk about it, unless the dog's barking. You're muted, Pablo.
I was gonna say I'm not. I can't say that I'm an extreme huge Power Ranger fan,
Dude,
but
I
I do
know
like.
you are. I know you dress up as a Pink Ranger on your off days. Don't lie.
Shit.
With my-
Damn.
oh, that's
God.
a good one. I like that. No, it's a cool shot. It's done well. Like I can't really. I mean, I know it's a composite, but he's matched the blacks a little bit, but they're still a little off.
Yeah, just a
Not
little
not
bit.
a whole lot. I mean, it's getting there. He's dialing it down. Um, and the background. I think he had said he figured a way how to blur the backgrounds a bit, and so I can see that here in this one. But and it almost looks like a screenshot, like from the show. So it's not bad. Pretty good.
Yeah. So Casper, on this one here, man. Remember I was telling you about when you're using a figure in front of a background, you want to try to wrap the lights around them. So like all this blue here, I'd like to see some of that blue coming around their shoulders some more,
Yeah.
kind of bringing them into that scene. So you want to bring a blue light of your own over to these sides and get a little bit wrapping around the shoulders and wrapping around, just like pulling them into it, like welcoming them in the scene, and it'll help sell them for being in that false background. Is a big key thing, and of course, a little atmosphere will help sell that light throughout the whole room. So another thing to also consider. Lou, it looks like you want to say something.
Yeah, minus the fact that Zordon's head just looks squished.
I don't know what
this
that is.
a
This guy
nice-
here, this big
yeah,
face.
the guy
Yeah,
in the
big
middle.
guy.
Yeah, the floating head. He's a bit squished, but other than that, it looks good. I would say the yeah, it's pretty spot on. I think it could have been pulled out a little bit more, just so we could get a little bit more of it. But I think due to limitations of the way it was composite and it's nice. Maybe the overhead light, instead of being yellow, it could have been blue, and probably would have sold that color that you
It
was
could have
talking
pulled
about
them in.
earlier. Yeah, pulled it in a little bit more. But then again, in the show, you see these colors, but these colors weren't strong enough to give you enough light to bounce off the suits. It was like a hot white
Right.
on set. So all you saw was the suits, hot white. It was always the colors, but you didn't see any of the colors from the pillars that were supposed to be like antennae of some type bleeding over onto any of the Rangers. It was like very weird stage setting, if you will. But it looks good.
Okay.
Yeah, looks good.
And by the way, guys, for you just tuning in and everything, when Lou is not cosplaying a Fargo person, he likes to dress up as the Yellow Ranger.
Yo, Maz, where's my Gomez so I can give you the finger?
What is it? I don't know, man.
My Gomez, my Gomez, so I can give you the finger because Gomez comes with a middle finger. I can give it to you.
Oh, okay.
But
right.
Maz, anyway, I gotta head out and get ready for work.
Oh,
Guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment if you're watching this on the rerun, on a replay, and follow everybody here on Instagram and whatnot, and make sure you guys have a safe and happy holiday. Reach out to any one of us if you have any questions in regards to photos and stuff like that. And I would say keep collecting, keep taking shots, constructing criticism all the way around. And if you have a good relationship like me and Maz does, you guys can kick each other in the ass until kingdom come, bro.
all right, man. Enjoy your yellow outfit, man.
Yeah, take it easy, man.
Run off and be the Yellow Ranger. You
Be
see.
easy. And it's
Have a great
red.
night.
You can't
Thanks-
tell the
thank
color
you, Lou, for
difference,
being
bro.
here.
Take care, Lou.
Later,
Take
B.
care.
Guys,
Later.
happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I'll
Yes,
see you
Merry
guys next
Christmas.
week.
Happy
Yes.
holidays, sir.
Peace.
All right, Mike. Is there anything you want to add on this, or you want us? We can move on.
No,
to...
I mean, I'm not a huge Power Ranger fan, but it doesn't matter. I mean, the what everybody else is pretty much said.
Okay.
I don't have anything different to offer. I like the Batman one best of what he's done. So.
Oh my God, Commander Green! This is fire, man. Where's
like
this
one.
Lou
like
and Trevor?
this
Get them back here, man. We got to talk about this one. Where are they?
It's a good one. And it's in the same spot that he did the other ones in.
This
But I
piece
like
works
this one
here.
much better.
This piece
I
works here now.
I like
it's not,
it.
cropped. It works. It sells like this is part of it that's just blown out. Not necessarily it ends here, but it's like light is blowing this part out.
I
or
like
something.
the greens. Yeah, how there's some greens in there. I like that. It's a great shot, Commander Green.
Commander Green,
fantastic shot.
Fire. Yeah, fire.
You know what I wish though? I wish those guns didn't look that way. This could almost be something that looked real, like out of a movie, but that butt of that gun, that stock of that gun, right there, it looks like such a toy right there.
I think it's the color. I think since they're gray, I think that's what's making it look. Yeah,
but I love this shot. I think this is a good shot, man.
Yeah, maybe blackwash that gun a little bit to get some lines in there. At least. Would probably help.
Good job,
dude. Commander Green. This should be like 10,000 likes on this or something right now, right? He says that's a real lens flare.
That's awesome.
Real lens flare. That's beautiful. You are becoming master. You have surpassed my abilities, sir. Just saying.
Yep.
And of course, my ability always sucks. So don't worry about it. All right, we're gonna move on then. Ooh, Casper, man, you really did hit us with a lot of shots, man. This is one where the composite didn't really work.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it right now. You got masking lines around both these figures, so they're not really sitting in here right. I know you're still working on learning all this stuff, so you know that's gonna happen. But this background, of course, is not blurred enough for the focal range that it's at. Because I mean, I can clearly read hotel, and that should be just a blob of light at that point. How far away that is? That's like 200 feet or more away from the figure, and we're this focused on these guys. We shouldn't really. They should be kind of blobby lights from there. Maybe you could tell that might have one day been a word, but that's the most you'd be able to tell. You wouldn't be able to read it. Mike.
Yeah. I've tried to balance the good with the criticism. I think that there's a lot of great color and stuff going on here, but I'm not a fan of this one as much as I was the Batman. I think the figure in the front, the real metallic purple one, doesn't fit at all in this. He's just much blurrier. The depth of field is not right for this shot. The background is really sharp. This figure starts out in the foreground blurry, and then it goes to the other. Is that Who is that? I don't even know these figures.
Spider-Man 2099. That's Venom. So that's Venom in the foreground, and then that's Spider-Man 2099 jumping at him.
Yeah, there's not these two are. I don't know. This you can tell first glance it's a composite, and not much of this works for me. I prefer the Batman shot.
Yeah, the Batman shot. Yeah.
All right. We'll move on then to see who else we got. Commander Green in the House of Gambit. Now this is
Detox.
There's his Detox.
Yep. There's the Detox.
Which is great.
Just beautiful. This is the new Captain Vaughn figure, man. He did a great job utilizing this. He's got this orange light in the background here, and it's playing so well off the helmet. And
I love it.
Just the right amount of atmosphere. He's got the glare, which I've always pushed for him to do. I was like, whenever you're shooting these guys with these visors, you want to try to get a glare on the visor. You don't want a clean black visor. It's just really lackluster when you do that. So he's done a great job of getting that on there.
I don't even like Star Wars really, but this makes me want to get a figure like this. But I'm not a Star Wars fan.
It just makes you want to shout.
If I could nitpick one thing about this photo, it would be that
don't do it.
The left side of his helmet. Here it comes. The left side of his helmet, that antenna or whatever is coming out, is touching that. No, the other side, it's touching that bokeh, and I'm not a fan of that.
Well, I almost feel like that's lighting. That's like a light on it, but whatever.
Yeah.
No.
But that's just real minimal. That's not even any. That's just.
That's just to find something that big.
Yeah. It's a great shot,
you're
man.
You're stretching, man. Why don't you just stick with your feet, man?
I'm just saying. It's a great shot, though.
Yeah, it's a beautiful shot. Yep.
I love it.
This is gorgeous. I'm gonna move on though, but this is just phenomenal. I love this shot, dude. Casper. Well, since he just left, we don't have to talk about this. He's gonna be back, but no, Casper. I'm just gonna say, a lot of the same things we've already discussed on this one. First of all, he's not casting any shadow that you can see, so you got to be mindful of that. And of course, your colors aren't quite matching up with your lighting and the stuff on the shell. So just stuff you got to work with. I think I agree with Trevor. Work on the black, mastering the light, and then you could come back and really play with these composites.
Last thing on this one thing you can really tell though, when you look through a spoked wheel, you should be able to see what's behind it, or the color should at least match. And that's not the case there. I still prefer the Batman to this one, though. This one is better than the last one, but
yeah,
it's
Okay, Batman was like a whole day ago, man. Let's move on.
Well, I'm just
Dead Man One.
This shot.
Before
When he posted this shot, man, I was like, man, this is such an awesome portrait shot of the new Mythic Legion Skeleton Deluxe Builder.
Look at all that texture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great.
So much texture there.
The lighting's beautiful in this shot.
I still feel like I want to suggest the bounce like we were suggesting on his other shot, though. Get just a little bit more light out of this and then fade into black, but just to bring out more of this,
Just a little bit of detail on the
just a tiny bit more, and maybe in the face. But I mean, it's still artistically you could even stay like this. I feel like we would like a little, like you might want just a little bounce and blend it out.
I'm actually surprised Casper didn't post some other images that he had posted.
Hey, he's posted enough, man. Let's not egg him on.
Well, because on last Tuesday, how we were talking about how some of those posts, those two black and white ones, they look like the old movies. So he bought some toys and did some similar shots in that black and white. Look like old monster movies, and I'm surprised he didn't tag them.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't know.
Further down, I don't know. I mean, we're only.
Did he buy a cockroach or something?
Yeah, he bought a huge cockroach. Yeah.
Cockroach. Yeah.
Deadman said this is a new shot. This is pretty awesome, though.
It's an awesome shot, Deadman. Yep.
Deadman, yeah, I still feel you want to punch him out a little bit more, but this is just my artistic taste on it, not necessarily.
No, you're right. You could add a little fill in there. I mean, artistically, you might want a little detail in the blacks, but I think it's good. There's a little bit of a green hue to the black, all going on there, and I don't know if that's
I like
something
that.
Yeah, I think it looks good. It's definitely a lot of texture in that shot, so I think it looks good. But if I could, no, never mind. I won't nitpick, but no, I think it's fun.
Casper. So again, you're not masked in properly here, Casper. I'm sorry to say, but
and shadows.
I think Mikey. I like his light. I just feel like he still doesn't look like he's set in the right perspective, and he's still got a few masking.
Yeah, the perspective is a little bit off.
But his light's
floating through.
Yeah,
he's floating through there is what it looks like to me.
Yeah, his light is a lot better, but he still needs to be dropping a shadow.
Yeah.
But yeah. Any other thoughts? I don't feel like the one guy here.
It's a good looking figure.
Yeah, it is a cool looking figure. I do like it. I need to shoot him.
Buy these figures. I know Pablo, you bought them, but
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't buy the turtles. I don't buy turtles or Star Wars. But
I made a whole dial dedicated to this guy.
Dude. Yeah, you did. That's right.
You don't buy the turtles, man. Look at this guy.
I don't. I don't buy turtles or Star Wars, and sometimes I'm tempted to buy a turtle, but I don't. I stick with what I stick with.
If you're gonna buy turtles, get the Ronin ones.
This one here.
Yeah. That one. Yeah.
How tall are they?
Try to get the spring.
They're 7 inches, I think.
Yeah.
Or close to it.
They're
bigger than they're the same size as the movie turtles.
Okay.
Even the movie turtles I would recommend getting. Those are nice figures too.
And this guy too. This is the other one I would say get, man.
Who's that? Which one is that one?
This is the knockoff. It's a third party.
Yes, they call it the Spring, not Leonardo.
Oh, okay. I've heard that.
But he's got the best mobility too.
Yeah.
Chase says, "Where do you buy the turtles? Which turtles? It depends. Like this
one. So the Monster Universal turtles you can find at Walmart or comic book shops, any specialty realtor stores like Big Bad, comic book shops, Walmart. They're hitting targets also. Same thing with the Mirage turtles, the comic book versions. Those are also hitting Walmart and specialty stores and retailers, online retailers. The cartoons, if you're actually looking into the cartoons, those are going to be hard to get into now at this stage, but those are Target exclusives.
and we never have them.
Yeah, and the movie Turtles are Walmart exclusive. And right now, if you're lucky enough, you could find the Secret of the Use 2 packs. They're hitting Walmart right now. I'm
Yep.
waiting for my 4 pack to come in. My buddy messaged me already that he already has them in hand, and he's going to be shipping them once he gets a chance. And I'll have my Soto Turtles and the accessory kit.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, I
I'm-
don't
I'm
really
gonna get
like
one.
the Secret of the Ooze ones. They get goofy faces.
Yeah, they got the more
Supposed to,
or cartoony look. Well, not cartoony, but the more kid friendly faces.
but I'm not a fan of that. The first movie ones. We're gonna move on here. Let's see what other shot. Nice stuff. Hi, Casper. Ale.Z.
Man, this shot's cool, man.
It's
I
cool.
like that.
This is cool. Mike, you like it? Go for it.
I'm gonna tell you I like it because I like that grain first of all on it. But I like this figure. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, neither do I.
I love this figure, and that is the kind of figure I would buy. I love the texture in the suit, the highlighting. I love the subtle. The background doesn't draw your attention. It's back there, and we know it is, and it's subtle and it's muted. And I mean, I like this. I like this shot.
Yeah, and I like the detail of that flare on the top.
Yeah, I need to write down that figure. That's one I would buy.
Is that what that figure's called? Is it called the Black Seated Lucifer Kingdom of Darkness?
I don't know, but I'm getting a whole Doctor Who vibe from the.
Yeah,
It's a cool. If the figure comes like this, oh man, I want to get it too.
He's great looking. I'm gonna write this
That's
down.
what I'm thinking of. Hey, who turned out the lights? And I love the grain texture because it's almost like somebody's looking at him through another helmet, like the camera is inside another helmet,
Yeah.
like with a person inside of another helmet. As far as
Yes.
Chase is asking, the Ronin Turtles, yeah, Pablo said it. Walmart's got them. Target is supposedly be getting them. I got mine from my local comic book shop because my Target, even though I'm there all the time, doesn't have them yet.
You might have a better chance of finding them at the comic book shop than at Walmart, because Walmart, they're bad at stocking stuff, and when they do stock, they fly off the shelves quick for some reason. But comic book shops have them in stock, you know.
Yeah, I had them order mine because they didn't carry, they don't really carry a lot of toys. Funny though, she ordered 2 of that one, and she put them both down for me, and then of course I only needed 1. So the other guy at the counter, when I was checking out, is like, "Oh wow, that's cool. What is that?" And I was like, "It's this, and this," and then they handed me both of them, and I was like, "Wait, it was the same guy." I was like, "You want this one?"
I may have to pass on this figure.
Huh? Was that-
I said I may have to pass on this figure.
Oh.
He took the head off of. So there's 2 in this line, and he took the skeleton head off of the other one and put it on this body. But there's 2 figures in this line, and yeah,
I don't know. I love the spacesuit, man. Regardless of the skeleton head, man. I
because
love
the skeleton head has a black spacesuit, and he just took it off of that black spacesuit and put it on the white or this silvery spacesuit.
But is this
So who is that figure? Just if it was one figure with that suit and helmet, who would it be?
It's here. I'll share the link.
I like this.
6 scale figure is what it looks like.
I think it is. It's a 1/6 scale. It is.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
it's a
course.
1/6 scale.
Yeah.
Here, I'll share
like
it in our group that I
Okay.
started on Instagram. That way,
Wow.
this is
I
a
love
link
that.
to the eBay shop thing where
I'm
it's
not
at.
in the group. I'm sad now. All right.
Yeah, you are in the group,
You
the
are.
one I created.
I created it. I didn't create no
No,
group.
I created the one with you and Mike.
Oh. So you got Atticus. Now that Mezco's got a new Atticus going out.
Oh, I love this portrait, man.
Pablo's rubbing it in that he's got the original one, so I'm a little sad about that. But I got the new one, so that's cool. He'll come in eventually.
I'm really happy with this portrait.
Yeah, I
It's a
like
good
the
looking
green
shot.
tint on it.
It is.
Mike, did you order this guy?
No, I don't have any Atticus. I did order the new one though, because
Okay.
I don't have one, so
Yeah.
I ordered that one.
So you and I got the new one. Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like that shot. Pablo. It's a good shot.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
we're gonna move on. Again, Pablo taking up a lot of my time. That's cool. I see you cannibalize the moose again.
Yes, I did. I had to.
I like
the warm,
I like
warm
that
brown back there.
Yeah, on top. It really works with his tan.
Yeah, I think those antlers should be a little bit more brown, but they I love that. I like that shot. I think the antlers should match more of the thing in his hand, the color of the top of that.
The
Yeah,
The
I like
bronze.
that though, man. It's a good looking shot. It's a good looking figure.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite figures of the year.
Those shoulder
The
pads and
pauldrons are
everything,
huge. Yeah.
they look good, man. They look great.
So the
Lots of
pauldrons and the antlers and that hammer, and then he has a big shield with big tusks on it, is an accessory kit that you can get for this figure. And that accessory kit makes this figure 10 times better.
nice.
Nice. Colo figs. He said, my figure of the year right here. Oh, nice, nice, man. Yeah, this is a great figure, man. I don't have him, but sure. I see he's a single jointed elbow though.
Yes, yeah. It's he's a big figure, man. He's huge.
Yeah, single jointed, man. No, he's at the bottom of the barrel now. Can't have that.
Well,
See, now you
he
get this.
makes up for it in other ways.
hmm
Sure he does. Sure he does. So we're shooting this one. That's great. I like it. I like it. I like it. You're cutting off her elbow though. I think Mike's gonna have a fit.
No, you know what I see about this photo though. I like it, but I think the texture in her skin is giving me that it's a portrait, but from a portrait standpoint of a female, I would just expect a little softer skin.
I was gonna soften it, but for some reason
Yeah.
I wanted her to still look like a toy, so I
Yeah.
kept the texture. I did do an alternative shot. I just didn't post it
Yeah.
where I softened her skin because I've softened skin before because well, I mean, you've done it too. Like we've done
Yeah.
people portraits, and you soften skin up just to get rid
Yeah.
of some of the imperfections. But yeah, I kind of did it, and I was like, it looked a little too. It looked a little more fake than I wanted it to look. I guess
Yeah,
I don't know how to
yeah.
explain it, so I just went ahead and
I
just
get it.
left the texture.
I love that. I love that suit she's wearing. Look at the texture on her right
Mhm.
shoulder, her right breast over there. That suit and that belt is really nice.
Yeah, it is a nice texture. Nice, good leathery look to it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Good stuff. And again, that brown background, that amber background is nice.
Casper, this is one of your better ones, but what's going on with the shadow? It's like white. What's up with that? Oh, that's a stand, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, you got him on some kind of animated background here.
hmm
The Invisible Man, Donatello, I guess. He's Invisible Man. I don't know this line, but yeah, it's not bad. Pablo, anything you want to add?
No. The only thing I did tell him before. Oh, actually, I don't even know if I got to talk to him about it. So the turtle picture itself, he didn't take. He took that picture off of NECA's website,
Oh,
and then he composited it. And I had told him, I was like, you need to be careful when you do that because they can nip you in the buffer because this figure's not available yet. Like no one has this figure in hand yet. I mean, he should be coming out pretty soon. Like pre-orders are up, and like I think he can get it at AliExpress, but for way too much money right now. But yeah, this figure's not even out yet because a lot of people hit him up. I was like, "You have this figure? How did you get it? Where did you get it?" And it's like, "Well, he had to tell everybody." He's like, "Well, I took the image off of NECA's website and then cropped it or not, cut it out and then composited it."
he did a great job with the color matching, considering
He
he didn't
did.
get this picture with those colors in mind or anything. He might have played to some of the strong points of what the original picture was, but I think he did a good job of matching.
Yeah, the colors match
in
pretty
that,
good.
in
Mhm.
that regard. So, but we're not really here for composition shots. I mean, if he didn't take this picture, we'll move on. Great idea though.
Ooh,
Darkwing Collections. Here we go, man. We got Jin Urso. This is the Hot Toys. Jin
I
Urso. Yeah,
think so. Yeah, yep.
she's a grail apparently of Hot Toys and Star Wars stuff.
The only-
Here's a BTS
Oh,
here.
yes,
Let's see here.
BTS. I was gonna say the only thing that's
camera.
bothering me is that
Green thing.
hot green spot on the corner of her eye.
Well, it's
Yeah.
this right here doing that. Obviously,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
these are
that's a
blue,
bit.
blue, green.
like my eye gets drawn to it right away.
Yeah,
Let me just go back to that here. Let's see. Yeah, that was
That that spot right there. Yeah, it's like
That's this reminds me of Christian Bale's got like that mole or whatever right there. I can't help it. Whenever I'm watching him now, I just like focus right on that. I'm like, God, man, just freeze that off or something.
yeah,
It's very distracting.
yeah. I understand. Yeah,
kinda
but
like
other than that, I like the shot. I like the composition.
It's
I
kind
wish he would have.
Sorry.
I wish he would have posed it where she's holding the rifle with both her hands,
Yeah.
at a lower angle instead of cutting the weapon where it's cut. But other than that, it's great. It's a good pose. The lighting's great. But yeah, that green spot right there at the corner of her eyes just my
Yeah,
eyes
I see
getting
where you're
drawn to it.
coming with that, man. I see you coming with that. But in relation to that, the other mole thing, have you seen the Austin Powers where you get Fred Savage?
Yep.
He's the
Yeah.
mole.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how Dr. Evil just can't stop. He's like, oh no, it wasn't Dr. Evil, it was somebody. Shit, I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was either. No,
But yeah.
I think you might be right. I think it was Dr. Evil.
Chase is like, that mole is very distracting. I thought it was only me. No, it is. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. You can't be like,
Yeah.
your life. You're like watching this Batman. You're like, can you see it in the cowl too? I don't know. You want to find it then. You know, it's crazy. I hate to say that. I mean, we all have imperfections and all this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Keep doing that. But yeah, the Generoso was great. Why did I tab out of that? Where are we? Oh my god, I'm lost.
Right there.
Oh, so we're done. Because
Yeah, we did. Oh, that.
Well,
You know
no,
what?
actually,
No,
this is a reshot. This is just a different angle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is.
this angle here. I like this a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
The one I'm gonna jump in here real quick because I only got one thing really to say because everything else is great. Is there any way you could have made him smaller? Because he's a little out of scale. He should be a little smaller. I know he's ahead of everybody, and that this is gonna give him a little bit more size to it because he's so close to the camera. But I feel he's still a little big.
Yeah, I think just a little bit. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit.
I know the figure can't be shrunk or anything. I just maybe you could have played with perspective, but you did a great job.
Mhm.
Great job with the lighting of the fire and lighting of the figures in relation to that fire.
Yeah,
and
the feel like. Yep.
marrying this background with your scene because I think you're still using. Well, I like that even better, even though you cut the gremlin completely out. But not such a fan of that one. But I know in the original shot of this, when you did the profile version of it,
Sideways.
Mhm.
Yeah.
you could see that this was like set up in front of the thing. But you did a great job marrying the two pictures together. You know, the J.C. Penney's and even the wetness of the street, just marrying that all in there. You did a great job.
Yeah,
So,
it's fantastic.
Really good.
I'll let you guys talk about it. I'm sorry.
No, I
Really
think
good.
I think pretty much
I didn't
everything
want to
was
take
said.
all the conversation away. I want you guys to have something.
No, I mean pretty much what you said is what. Yeah, I agree. If he could have made it just a little bit smaller, like if he had shot this on two different shots, shot the Marty and Doc separate, and then shot the Gremlin separate, and then he would have been able to, like a composite, he would have been able to make that Gremlin a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
I tell you what I like. What I like about this, I'm really glad that he redid the shot and the angle. I like the fact that at this angle, the depth of field blurs out the fakeness of the fire effect.
Yeah.
And it softens it and makes it look a bit more like a real fire could be there. I
Mhm.
love that. I would like a little bit of motion blur on the wheels.
Yeah.
They are stagnant, but I like the scale of the gremlin. It's really sharpened, but I don't mind that on this figure that it's really sharpened a lot. I think he did a great job. This looks really good. I really dig this one. And J.C. Penney's, it all looks great, man.
Mhm.
I
Good
think
job.
with the gremlin, if you just get the eye line right about where his mouth is, that'd have been
Yeah,
better.
I think
Like get his eyes right about there. You like shrink him down so his eyes would end up about that height. I think his scale would have been pretty perfect with everything.
yeah, fantastic.
But again,
shot,
I'm just nitpicking. I mean, just getting him to balance on that skateboard is a trick right there because these gremlins can't stand for crap and they can't hold any other. I was getting into the gremlins for a little while. These are the NECA gremlins. And I was getting into them for a little while, but they can't hold any of their stuff, man. I'm like, dude, I got the popcorn stuff and the sunglasses. None of that stuff fits. It just falls off of them. I'm like, this is ridiculous for $30. At least be able to hold your stuff.
Yeah.
Or wear your sunglasses or whatever. You're killing me. So I just put them back in the boxes. I mean, they're literally in their boxes, just sitting there. I was like so frustrated with
Good
that.
job.
Like, hold the stuff. No. Hold it. No. Back in the box.
And they really took time when they did this photo too. You could tell. I appreciate when somebody puts a lot of time and thought into their shot. I appreciate looking at a picture like that. This is just a good looking shot, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on a little bit of the technical side though. Besides the size of the gremlin, as far as lighting goes, I can tell that your light source seems to be a little bit more parallel to him on his shoulder because it's going in the ear here, like in the ear. And if you had it more where the fire was, it wouldn't be going so far in the ear here. I think it would have. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But something about the light on the ear doesn't sit right with this fire as the light source. I don't know. It's just the ear though. That's the only part. So I don't know.
Well, the
Maybe
light on the dog's collar could be a little warmer too, but I mean, as far as it's a little bit more white than it is yellow there. But I don't think. I mean, I
Yeah.
love it. I still
Yeah.
love it. I think
No,
you
I-
did great.
yeah. No.
You did a great job.
Yeah, great stuff. Great stuff, man. I love it. I love it. Look at that. That's it, man. We're
No,
we're all,
no, we have a few more shots, man.
what? Where?
Yeah,
And
the
not
last
maybe
the last
one?
shot should be Trevor's the moose shot.
Oh wait, no. This is. Oh, I thought this was the other Thanos. This is a new Thanos. Okay.
Mhm.
Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I thought this was the old Thanos picture.
That's why I'm keeping you on track, man.
Thank you. Um,
We're
all right,
almost done. We are almost done though. We do have a few more shots.
keep me on track there. What's up with this Thanos? Tell me about your Thanos love here. Tell me why we have to talk about it.
I do like the lighting on it. Just the drama behind this shot. It's great, and I love that you can see his eyes,
Mm-hmm.
even though
Yeah.
you know how it's lit. Like he's in the in in the shadow, you can still see a nice glare of his pupil and the whites in his eye. And this, yeah, that's what drew my attention to this shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. The only little bit I would want to address is how harsh this light
That
is.
light, that's
'Cause
yeah.
it's not that there's a harsh light is a bad thing, but it does give you a feel of plastic. It's not or that area is really sweaty. Yeah, but I
I mean,
love
it's
how
softened.
soft it looks here.
Yeah,
On his face is a lot harder, so I would want to soften that up a little bit more if this was my shot. But other than that, I think you took what we saw last week, and you addressed some things that we were talking about, and that I don't think it was their shot though last week, right? It was
no. I think the shot you're talking about was
no R3s, right?
R3. Yeah,
But I do like you're bringing the armor out, which is something that R3 we discussed that like at least I did. I wanted some more light on the armor, so yeah, you did a great job with that. Mike, anything?
No, I'm on the same page with you guys.
All right, thanks for being on the same page. Darth Matter right here with wait, you got more bots.
Bots, what's that?
Booty bots.
yeah. On his YouTube comment section.
Oh, I haven't
Those-
seen it. Oh,
Yeah,
These are,
yeah, they're not showing up over here but on the YouTube, they pop up.
Anyway. All right. So dude, I'm loving the lights on this shot. I think everything is working great here, man.
Mhm.
This is going with the snow theme I think we talked about last week. I think this was
Yes.
so that's great. I don't think this snow is practical though. I think he's in front of a background of some sort. It's got some snow here, and we've got some elements that we're using in camera, of course, and some CG effect snow is what I'm assuming, but there's no information on that. So what do you guys think? You think it's CG effect snow in a background?
well, I think it's definitely a digital background of some kind, or printout. But the snow is probably it's probably on that background. There's nothing on the figure. Yeah. It's on that lantern. It's on that wood pile, but it's not on the figure. So
there's a little bit here in the foreground above his knees.
Yeah.
In front of his legs.
He has a bit there on his legs. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think what he did is he put another layer here on top of it and then masked the figure back. Got it off the figure so it wasn't like all over him.
Yeah.
So
I do like the little squirrel though.
Yeah. The squirrel. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay.
The little squirrel in the wood pile.
Oh yeah. I didn't know.
I like this figure. If I could give a Chris some advice on it, or I mean, I would have definitely I would have got the feet in on this shot. There's no reason not to. I mean, honestly, there's no reason to cut him off right there at all. With all that headroom, I would have tightened the shot up maybe just a little bit. I know you would have lost that.
Well, if you tightened the shot, then you would have lost the feet.
No, you wouldn't.
I think
you got a lot of room.
You would have lost the feet.
I think he didn't put the feet because I think it's on a stand.
I think he didn't put the
Okay.
feet because it's also the angle of the camera. He's not really shooting that low, but
Because
Well,
it's not
but
an articulated figure.
yeah.
I think it's a static figure.
yeah, it is. It's not
Yeah.
bendy at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, I like the figure. I just I think I would like to see more of it, but
All right.
that's it. Yeah.
Before we go further, though, I want to go back up here, and I want to see something. Where is it? Where's his foot, Mike? Where's his foot?
It's in dirt. It's in dirt, but it's there. It's just
No, it
in
is. I
dirt.
was very sad to see that. I was like, dang it, he did get it. All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, this is cool. I like this
Yeah, it's
shot.
a cool shot though. It is.
Yeah.
I like the composition. I like the story behind it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very nice.
A few little
Very
tweaks, but
great
yeah.
background too. I mean, it's not 100%. It's like 98% integrated with the background. So I like it. I like it. Good job. Here we got Santa Cyclops running away from Iceman. Casper doing some more CG stuff. You know, some more composite stuff here. This is one of the first ones he tagged me on last week. I remember that. But yeah. I appreciate you participating in the snow. Pablo, anything you want to add?
No. I think I had spoken to him about the shot. And he had actually told me about this shot that he was like, yeah, I'm gonna give Miles a bunch of shots, and this was like one of them. The lighting's cool. I don't know if I like the color on Cyclops that
I don't think it's a color so much as the masking line.
and the masking line, yeah, but yeah, because you can see you can see the masking lines. Iceman looks okay on there.
He looks alright. There's still a little bit of black though.
Yeah.
If you look closely, but
Yeah. But
he
other
does
than that,
handle it better. It does work better with his background because it's a darker background,
yeah.
so it's not as obvious. And of course, you get the masking lines of the snow itself. Here, this pile of snow has got its own like masking lines. So, what you want to do, and this is just a thought. I haven't actually tried this, but what you may want to try to do in the future is you can, use like a blur tool and just start blurring these edges a little bit. With like a brush tool, like a blur brush tool, and just kind of get these edges of these things that you're masking in here like this. And it would have made that softer, almost like it was disappearing into the horizon if you do it right anyway. At least I think there's a tool that can do that. I don't know.
I don't think he has it in that app though,
Oh, okay. All right.
because he doesn't use Lightroom or Photoshop.
No, yeah, no. I forgot the
doesn't
name
have
of the app that he uses on his phone.
Okay.
Pix Pro or
Something. Yeah.
PixArt.
Is
I
it
think
Pixar?
is that what it is?
PixArt?
PixArt or something? Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
And then one of the questions is, where's this green coming from? I know there's blues here, but this is pretty green comparatively.
Pretty teal, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just painted on there. Honestly.
It's not.
But
you didn't do
yeah,
it yourself,
Casper,
favor.
man, keep working on it, man. But I think what we need to do is focus on one aspect and really, really do that. And I appreciate though that you're taking taking part in the snow. Though I really do appreciate that. All right, let's move on. We got Casper again.
The Dark Turtle.
Dark Turtle. So you're using an animated backdrop, and I see you did like some effects to kind of give him an animated look, but it didn't quite do
That
that.
green by the bottom of the right foot there between the
I
ankle.
missed that in the mask.
And again, the masking. You can see some of the masking lines
You see the lines
Yeah.
here.
on the foot, mainly on the foot, but everywhere else is not that bad.
I think it's kind of cool that background is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like
know,
what you're doing here.
It goes with it because
I like
it's an animated turtle
Yeah.
figure, so it goes with the animated
Yeah.
background, which is pretty good. Good choice on
I
it.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then Casper's got some more turtle stuff. This is a pretty clean shot, actually. I really dig this one. You got your little rat mole. What are these things called? I forget.
Mousers.
Mousers. Thank you. I knew it was like some kind of mouse thing. And then Splinter's like slamming them around. I like that. This is actually one of my favorite shots you posted today. This and the Batman. So, yeah. Any thoughts on this, guys? Anything you want to add?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
Move on. Then. Adrian Photography. We got the Predator.
Ooh,
We go over this
that one.
last week. Yeah, Can't remember if we went over this one or not last week.
No.
Seems familiar. It doesn't help that I've already seen it because there's a like button already hit, but it doesn't help. Pablo.
I like the lighting on it. I like that orange. I just wish. Well, no, maybe a little bit more bounce light on that other side of the helmet. That one, he needed a little bit more.
This orange cuts off a little low. I'd
Yeah,
curve up a little bit. Yeah, I can see that.
but other than that, I like the composition of it. I like the tightness of it. It's a good shot.
Yeah, Mike. Anything else you want to add?
This one tells a story more than the other one. He's fidgeting with his arm stuff. The other ones, they're all great looking shots, but there's just not a real story to them. This one is the one that has at least a little bit of action going on. He's messing with his whatever you call that on his arm. Forgive me for not knowing the Predator tools.
It's his watch, man. He's just checking the time.
Okay. Oh, it's Apple Watch. Okay.
It's got a bomb in there too, but that's beside the point.
His Fitbit, yeah.
It's Fitbit.
But as far as lighting and stuff goes, I do think a bounce card camera right would help a little bit. There is a pretty hard transition from that left camera right shoulder of sharpness to the very blurry background.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't know. Yeah, right down in there. Look at his shoulder where his elbow would be. Yeah. And then look at the background behind it. It goes from sharp to really blurry. And I don't know if you did some extra blur in post. But aside from that, I mean, it's a fine looking shot. It tells a little bit of a story, and it's a good looking figure,
Oh yeah.
Hope that.
And that is the Mezco one, right?
Yeah, that's the Mezco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the last shot right here.
Casper, these, dude, I love your enthusiasm, especially with these turtles, man. But again, you got your masking lines here, and of course, their shadows and blacks are not matching with your background of choice this time.
I think when you do masking, I don't know in that app, but he uses a phone, right, Pablo?
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's not like he's going through with a Wacom tablet and being able to really precisely mask. He's probably doing it with his finger.
Yeah.
And so, realizing that it's pretty tough, I'm sure. So it's probably good for what he has. It's probably really pretty good.
Yeah. For what he's using. Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to mask with my finger.
No, I hate editing on my phone.
Yeah, not with these sausage fingers. Nope.
No, yeah. So good job for that,
Yeah, definitely. Good point.
But on this one, I think he has the same issue where the background it's a little blurry, but it's still more in focus than the two turtles are.
Yeah. You can still see the wall lines pretty well.
And Raphael's face it's too blurred out. Like it should be sharper on his face.
He should be the focal face here because Mike's head is turned away from us anyway, so you should be focused on Raph, and that'd be your focal point right here in his eyes right here. But this is still 20 feet away or so, or maybe.
And we're seeing the detail on it
too well. Yeah, I agree with you there.
I like the green tones.
The green tones are pretty cool. Yeah,
green,
the sword, the whole sword. Yeah.
Great stuff. All right, well, guys, thank you so much for participating. Man, look at that beautiful shot. That's awesome. I'm gonna take it off of that though, and let's go to mine guy. He's just hanging out there. Yeah. I'm happy with that snow, man. That snow turned out really well. Although I had to really blow up my shutter speed and in turn blow up my ISO just to get it. So. And I really wanted to have more of this in focus, like over here, not necessarily back here, but in order to not have my ISO at 8,000 like the last picture, I brought my shutter speed from 5.6, or not my shutter speed, my aperture from 5.6 down to 1 point, because 1 point. Sorry, I was looking at that 1.8. So, but yeah. Next time, though, I'm going to try to force more light through here because I want to get that glow coming out of these windows,
Are you pretty tight?
Huh?
Oh.
I thought you were talking to me.
No, I'm sorry.
Don't talk to me then. That's fine.
No, I like the shot the way it is. I mean, I don't know. Are you still gonna try to get the acrylic for the windows, or are you gonna just
Oh,
stick
dude.
with the?
Oh, I didn't tell you what I. Oh, yeah. I want. So for the windows, let me show you. As a comic book collector, I had some of these laying around. I forgot about.
Oh, there
These
you
are
go.
top loaders,
Yeah,
and I cut them up and made the windows out of these.
yeah, that'll work.
It's not too heavy.
Yep.
It's pretty great, man. So yeah, the windows
Yeah.
on the display are the top loaders. I had a couple laying around I wasn't even using, and I was like, ooh.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
So yeah, we ran into that when I was like, man, I don't want to go to the store and buy stuff.
And I would still sand one side of it.
I sanded
Yeah.
the door, and I didn't really like how it was coming out, so I didn't do the windows. So
Oh, well, what grit did you use the
I was
sandpaper?
using the emery board, man. That's all I got.
Oh, okay. Because I would get like some maybe 1,000 grit wet sand and wet sand it.
Yeah,
Wet sand makes a difference.
Yeah.
but yeah, I was pretty happy with the way the window came out. So yeah, if you guys want a closer look at this thing real quick, I guess I can do that. Let me pull the figures off.
Yeah, I was like, just don't drop your figures, please. Especially saw cutter.
No, I know, right?
That guy's way too. Yeah.
Put him down now. Okay. Constantine, I had to put on a wire stand though, because I didn't want his stand like having to be something I have to contend with in the
Yeah.
shop. So, because you saw my mock-ups, I had them on the actual stand. So, this is 2 pieces. There's still some snow in this one. Oh, they're on my door. Oh, so,
Man, those XBCs. I'm still looking at those XBC astronauts, and man, they're gorgeous figures. But
here's.
Ooh.
Give me the full
I
camera.
like the final detail paint you did on the stones on the bottom,
Yeah, that came out super nice.
and
That's
I
really-
like it. And I like the different colors on the bricks. I'm glad you went with that.
Yeah, I threw a little bit of reds and greens in the stone, and then of course some grays and different tones of grays. But I don't know if the red was a little too much, but
No, actually, it looks great, man.
Yeah, it's not. If
But-
you ever want to tone the reds down afterward, just go through with a really watered down white and just go back over it with that, and that'll tone the red right down and give it a little bit of age to it.
But on the back here, I glued. This is one whole piece. Oh, yeah, this is one whole.
Yeah.
See, there's one whole piece going from both sides, and
Yeah.
I use just the tacky glue that you can get from the craft store.
Yeah,
I don't use hot glue because it's not actually the best on EPS foam.
Yeah.
As I've learned watching Oiler's Workshop. If you guys need diorama help, I would say check him out.
Mhm.
Pablo does some diorama work, and so of course so does Mike. So everybody else but me. I wouldn't say I do work. This is me trying to do work.
no, that looks good. That looks
It looks
good. I like
really
the
good,
stones. I like the stones on the bottom. Those look
Yeah.
really great.
That is egg carton, guys. Egg carton is awesome. You just rip it up.
Show me a piece of the egg carton. You got some there?
Yeah, I got all kinds of egg carton here, man. All
Let me
kinds.
see.
Let me go. I gotta get up though. Let me just set that there. It's sitting on Sod Cutter's pickaxe. There we go. Hang back. There we go. Oh. So
I got to start a new dial this week too. I got to get one going.
Yeah, I need a same here. Well, I'm like
Yeah.
I was telling Trevor earlier, I'm building those destroyed little castle portions. So
Those
I'm
look-
cutting
yeah.
cutting brick.
came out pretty far. It went pretty far because if you look, that's how much of the egg carton I used.
Oh wow!
That's not too bad, right? And you use
Nope.
the inside of it. You don't use the top of it, but it's got all the texture on
Yeah, the texture. Yeah,
the sides. And then later on at work, I saw these and I fell in love with these because these are. I mean, look at
Yeah.
that texture. But I
So
didn't
what
know-
do you do? Do you cut them into strips that are for the
No,
size
man,
you
I mean,
need?
Literally with the egg carton, I was just pulling it off, ripping it up.
Okay.
So this is a little thicker. I might have to start with a cut. But the egg carton you can just rip up by hand. You can also cut it
Yeah.
up into brick sizes. Actually cut it with an
Yeah.
X-Acto blade or something, and you can get some good textures of stone or whatever work there. But and also here's the door, and you can see where I try to sand that.
yeah, I see. Yeah, I would get some 1,000 or maybe even 2,000 grit, and wet sand it.
Yeah.
Just get a little spray bottle and wet, and then just circular motions, and it'll give you a nice frosted look.
Well, but yeah, I worked on that all week basically.
It looks good, man.
Um,
Good job.
but yeah, it was a labor of love, and I was glad to be done with it because I really wanted to shoot my shot. And had I finished that sooner, I wouldn't have been so compelled to just rush out that grainy, shot that I rushed out. So, that this guy here, which I think the scene itself is awesome, but I really sucks that you can't punch into it and really see it because the grain.
Yeah.
But yeah, this.
But yeah, overall the shot's fantastic though. But
the Spider-Man game though, man, is just becoming just such a great asset for any kind of background stuff. Like, I mean, both of these are the same game, just different locations. Like, this is where my set cuts off, and then the game picks up like all right here.
Yeah.
So it looked great. Anyway, guys, let me see here. Let me get to this one. All right, guys. So what do you guys got going on this coming week? Anything interesting that you want to tell everybody about?
I'll let you go first, Mike.
Yeah, let the most boring guy go first. Right on. Let me figure out something. I don't know. So I do got to start on a new dio. I've got a couple figures coming, and one from a friend of mine that made a custom figure for me. I
looking forward to that.
On a dio. Yeah, and I want to get started on a dio for that. Redeemer made an awesome figure for me out of an old Daredevil body I had.
Nice.
And he customized that. So yeah, I want to get something going for that. I do need to post these wheelbarrows that I have made for the sod cutter. I want to post these digital files probably on my I don't know how good that'll focus. Let's see.
Oh man, that's good, man. Love it.
They've got the working wheel, so I'm going to post these probably for sale too, and probably the STO files because those work great. But that's really what I got going on.
Nice.
Yeah, that's about it, man.
Hell yeah, Pablo, you got anything going on, man? You want to talk about?
Also working on some dio props. Not so much. Actually, I need to get in contact with High School Creations again, and see when he's gonna be able to, or once he has time, because I commissioned him, or going to commission him to cut me or laser cut me some Gothic windows because I want to do a cathedral.
Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting to do a cathedral for a long time, and since I got my Magnus, my Mythic Legions Magnus, and I ordered a custom cape and soft goods for him that I'm hoping to get by January. I really want to shoot that guy in that cathedral. Like, I already have plans in my mind for it, and I need to make some more dio props for my Warhammer figures, and I have a lot of stuff planned out. Especially with Mythic Legions, like just more Mythic Legion photos coming. So,
well, of course, yeah, Mythic Legions, man. You like to live and breathe them, but there's gonna be more Mezco stuff coming from me.
And me too, with that saw cutter. Whew.
Yeah.
And then Cousin Eddie coming out in January, and
Cousin Eddie is
the Atticus Doom. Hopefully they start shipping soon. That new one.
Eddie, which one is that one?
The blue skull.
Oh yeah.
The blue skull guy.
I'm not a fan of those ones, but yeah, I got quite a few Mezco things ordered too, but
yeah, I'm waiting for them. Well, like Lou was saying earlier, hopefully they are taking long with the Conan because they're gonna finally give him double jointed elbows, which is needed for that. Because I mean, they did it for why can't I think of the figure anymore? Well, they did it recently for that one figure that's pretty much that same buck as a Conan, but they gave him double jointed elbows.
Mm-hmm.
So that new Conan that went up for pre-order that has the blue tunic, it's taking a while for them to even say when they're going to start shipping it. But we're assuming because they're going to give them double jointed elbows, and then hopefully they put up the King Conan for pre-order too.
Yeah. I just want to mention to Steve, since he's just tuning in, if you want to learn more about the snow effects that we advertised on the thumbnail and stuff today, that's all towards the beginning of the stream. So if you want to go back and watch that, it's all there. Of course, we can field any of those questions before we go, but we are about to get out of here. As far as what we got going on here next week, we're gonna have a giveaway of Mike. Mike is, I know, talking about donating some stuff. We were still mulling over what exactly we're gonna give away, but I think the leading contender was like maybe a light kit, right? And or
Yeah.
some cans, or maybe we're still working on it. What Mike really wanted to do is gift some people some Lightroom, but unfortunately, Adobe and their infinite wisdom won't let you buy a gift account for anybody. So
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
ridiculous. So
I thought that'd be a cool idea, gifting 2 people 6-month subscriptions of Lightroom, but it'll just have to be, I think, those Ulanzi lights you were talking about is an idea with a reflector and a stand. We'll figure out what we'll do.
Some light kitting, or maybe just 2 light kits, with a stand or 2 and a light or 2, and whatever. We're still working on that. We're gonna talk about that after the show tonight.
Yes.
So we're gonna have that. So make sure you're taking place in that. And of course, next week we're also going to give out for the members their wallpapers, and all that stuff. Their lightsaber kit there for that. So yeah, guys, it's been great having you guys here with that. That's all I got going on. So we shall see you next week. And of course, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Later.